We
Hello
can
everyone.
start.
Hello Monica. Hello Shubham. Today I'm hosting a very beautiful couple, Shubham and Monica, and I would like to thank you that you accept my invitation, and we are going to talk about relationships in Indian families. And first of all, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? So that our followers know you a little bit better. So let's
Okay.
start with the beautiful lady today. Monica, please.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Monika. As you know, I'm from Slovakia, Europe, and my work is actually I started my own business 13 years ago. I'm having company doing like accounting, working with numbers, doing taxes. So this is what I do for living. And besides this, I'm a huge music lover, especially heavy music, guitars, and all this. And I also collect vinyl. I am this vinyl lover. So this is about me, like I would say well-known thing. Yeah. So about me, that's
That's
it.
really great. Do you also sing?
I used to. I mean, yes, a little bit.
Great.
I should practice more, maybe.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
should meet
I do.
sometime for a singing session. Yeah.
Yes, we
But
should. We will.
yeah, but you know, I'm a very big fan of Indian music. So I used to sing in Hindi. Yes, that's why
Wow,
it's something
wow,
I really
nice.
love a lot. Yeah, so I was really looking for a company who can join me sometime.
Okay, we can sing together. Sorry.
Yes, we can really practice something.
Wow.
Shubham, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. I'm Shubham. I'm from India. I'm from the state Uttarakhand, if you guys know. I live in Dehradun,
Of
and I
course.
work as a merchandiser for a US firm. I will not name the firm. I'm sorry, but we us like buying things, we're procuring things from different countries all around the world, and then we're selling in US and other parts of other parts of the world. So I'm basically a merchandiser. I buy and sell stuff. So we buy everything from what you can imagine, from apparels to steel products to bottles, tumblers, everything. So it's a big firm from US, and I work for them. They're based in Dehradun.
That's
And of
really great.
course, yeah, we are both music lovers, and I like have my own project going on with music. I release music every now and then. So yeah,
You write music also?
I write music.
Yeah.
He's guitarist, he plays guitar.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
very,
that
very
I
talented.
saw actually that you play guitar. Yeah, it's really great. Yeah, because I
Thank
myself a music lover. Yeah, so I really love artistic people. They are very different, I would say. Yeah, so
Music
it's
connect? Music
yes,
connect?
yes, and we all love music. Yeah, so there is something common between us. So, first question I would like to ask you. Of course, you probably were asked this question million of times. Yeah, how did you guys meet each other? Yeah, Slovakia and India. It's a very big distance. Can you please
Yes,
share your beautiful love story with us? I don't know who would like to start.
I can. So,
you. Should
as
start with.
we are living this social media age nowadays, we met after pandemic on Instagram. First, we started to chatting, and of course, it was music actually what connected us because he played guitar and he also likes this heavy music. So we were discussing music a lot. Then he offered me some guitar class. So we started with video chats. I tried to learn play guitar. He was teaching me, and we were talking a lot, video chatting. After some time, we became best friends. Really, like we understood each other, and we were talking a lot about different topics, and there was this big understanding between us. And as this time of my life wasn't the best, I had some like private issues. Shubham was there for me to support me every day, really, like although the distance, time, different time zones, he was always there, and he helped me a lot. I'm not gonna talk about like some details, but he helped me a lot these times, and after some time, uh, things got better. And with all of this, somehow it happened. We don't even know how it happened. It just happened because you just realize after some time when feelings started to grow, we fell for each other, and things just went,
Yes, yes, I can imagine. Yes. Sorry, would you like to add something, Shubham?
Yeah, I mean, we met after the pandemic, and that was a really tough time for everyone all around the world, right? And somehow music connected us. Like she already mentioned, that music is the thing that initially brought us together, and that will always hold a very special, place in our hearts. Though we fell for each other later, but music was something that really brought us together initially. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, like how we got connected and how we met. So we met on this Instagram. And yeah, this also holds a very like special place in our hearts, this platform. If no Instagram, I don't think so. I would be with.
So
Yes.
Instagram played a really magic role for both of you. Honestly, I didn't expect that people can meet on Instagram, really. But when I see so many and I hear so many stories like this, so now I really believe, yeah, that everything is possible.
Yes, because but while was pandemic, people were mostly on social media because there was no contact between people, that we had to stay home. So
Yeah.
of course, like we were chatting more, and then somehow we got used to this. And
Yeah, she was
I
playing music too loud in Slovakian. I could hear it in English.
yes,
And
That's really nice, yes. Yeah, and that's actually when I started my project because, yeah, I think pandemic really, okay, it was a very difficult time, but also many good things happened during this time. People just got
I
together. A lot of couples actually met during pandemic, yeah. And it's really nice, and especially
oh,
it's great to see when people are still together and everything just goes so nice and smoothly. Monica, I would like to ask you, how fast actually did you understand that he is the one? Yeah. Which qualities of Shubham, let's say, impressed
okay.
the most?
So, like I said, it's just that I understood after some time that actually I loved him, but it's this thing when we try to accept this, we are in love, or because it was we had this respect towards this relationship and how to plan future or and all these things. But somehow I knew. I looking back, I knew from the beginning because and now I would switch to these qualities. He was the first person in my life with qualities he has. I mean, the way he understands me, which is, I would say, something. It's very important in a relationship. The way he treats me, the way he respects me, the way he cares of me, loves me, all this, like these are the best qualities a woman can wish to have from a man. And he is a great person. Like it's not like how he treats me, but how he treats others. He's a great person. He has a great personality. So
And now you have to blush. Yeah, so many compliments from your dear one.
just the
Yes,
truth. It's
that's
the
really nice.
truth.
right? Yes.
Yes, Shubham, what did you like about Monica the most? So now it's your turn to blush.
Yeah. See, I like everything about her. To be very honest, the way she has been with me for the past couple of years since we started talking. Now we're in a relationship. We're already engaged, so it speaks a lot, right? Like we've been together for almost like 4 years now, and moving to the next phase in our lives, like getting engaged and then planning future all together. It's a big step, and I really knew that she is the one because her honesty, her way of talking with people, understanding them. She's very empathetic individual, and I mean, I would not draw any comparison or draw any parallel between people from girls from India and abroad. But for me, since we both are like we are not like teenagers, we're adults, and we've already been like in multiple relationships in the past as well. So it really brings a lot of questions, and it really tends to answer a lot of questions, like what kind of person you look for, and once you meet someone in life who really you feel like this is the one or she's the one, it's like evident, like you don't have to look anywhere else. Then I mean, it was very clear since the beginning that she is the one, and that's where we are now then together.
Yes, that's,
No.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I see so many questions, so I'm kind of lost, guys. Please repeat them because they're just coming, keep coming. Yeah, I saw
Yes, you
there
can, no
was
problem.
another girl from Slovakia with an Indian husband. I don't know, maybe you know her. I just saw your comment. Yeah, because I think it's a very rare combination, I would say, to be honest. Slovakian, India, yeah.
If
Yeah.
you could combine one thing from Slovakian culture and one thing from Indian culture, so your own new family tradition, okay.
Because if
What would you do?
you just
But
notice some questions here, because I see a lot of
okay, so with one with from Slovakian culture, I'm thinking.
You talk about Indian culture. What would you incorporate in your culture from?
Yeah. No, if I can like take one from Indian and from Slovakian, it's a great thing actually because this is a nice thing to mixing, like some taking from one culture
yeah,
and mixing with other culture and just make things work out somehow together. And actually, I'm a huge Indian culture lover. I was like before we met, so I'm just impressed by everything I see here, these colors of music, the smells, cuisine, okay? It's some kind of. So uh, this is all I can take with me and just put it to my culture. But I'm thinking, what should I bring from my culture?
yeah. There
Of
should
course,
be something. Actually, I would say because it was my first time last summer when I visited Slovakia. It was very shortly. Yeah,
maybe
just
Christmas. Maybe Christmas. We have this nice Christmas and
yes,
we would mix it. Diwali, Christmas, lights. Actually, our festivals are at some point so similar. They have, in India, we have Holi, and we have in Slovakia this Easter,
yes, yes.
Easter colors and all this. So we can somehow mix it up.
Yeah, all the
Would be a nice,
festivals. But
yeah.
I found it like okay, Czechia and Slovakia, they are very similar probably. But I
Yes,
found that
we were in one state. We just somehow divided in
yes,
1993.
yes,
It was
exactly, exactly.
Czechoslovakia.
I remember
Yes.
that.
They are
Yeah,
like
but
this brothers, Slovakia and Czech Republic.
yeah, but
Also similar
I wanted to
languages.
tell you that when we visited Slovakia and Czechia, still I felt difference. I don't know. I felt more relaxed in Slovakia. I cannot explain. Yeah, because it's like not so many people. The Bratislava city is kind of small. You just walking around, and people were very friendly everywhere. Like in the shops, like they always answer your questions. They were ready to help. Yes,
Mhm,
because
mhm,
it was my first time, and we were coming from Budapest, and it
mhm.
wasn't the same. It was totally different
Okay.
experience. I don't know. Maybe it was
I'm
just
happy
with
you
us,
have
like.
this experience. I'm happy
But
because
I
if
would say
I
that
heard
we
it,
felt very good in Budapest. No, sorry, not in
great.
Budapest, but in Bratislava. Yeah, and
Bratislava here.
we really want to come back and discover more.
Oh,
Especially when I saw your city. Yeah, you told me that it's even more beautiful than Bratislava.
I hope you can come and visit Košice, my city. It's like other side of the
Yes,
country, but it's also beautiful and people are nice and friendly
yes,
there.
yes. They're
Actually,
very
it
friendly.
depends what kind of people you meet, because someone meets,
Yeah,
like.
I know.
So
I
I'm
know.
happy you have a good
Very different.
experience. I'm really happy.
Yeah. Monica, I would like to ask you, were you interested in Indian culture? Did you know something about India before you met Shubham?
Yes, just like I said, uh, I loved Indian culture before. I started with cuisine. Although I can't eat this too spicy, or I would say hot food because I'm very sensitive about it, which is quite challenging here. But I love Indian cuisine, this taste and everything. My this most favorite dishes are paneer butter masala, dal makhani, chana masala.
Yeah.
I love naan, paneer paratha, pakoras, all these kinds of dishes. So I feel here like, wow, I'm home. I eat it home too. I actually started a little bit learning to cook this, but I can't. Not this kind of food because it takes years of practicing.
Yes, of
And
course.
about the culture, fashion, the way women here wearing these saris and dresses and colors. We don't have something. I mean, we are not used to this. So, and I just see this so. It's so joyful. You see all these colors
Yes,
and like there is some celebration every day. It spreads so much positivity to me. So I really and the way they do these festivals, how they celebrate. so detailed. I really like everything about the culture, and also, which is my personal passion, spirituality.
Yeah.
When it comes from their religion or culture, meditation, yoga. This is something also that helped me a lot in my own personal journey in my life.
Yeah.
So somehow I'm just very connected to this
But
religious.
could
Yes,
you imagine yourself still, okay, you were interested in Indian culture and before you met each other,
yes.
but could you imagine yourself with someone from a totally different culture, from so far away? So, or it was a surprise?
Surprise. It's just, life is, it can always surprise you. It's just how you take it, how you decide, okay? Because it's gonna be challenging. So will we go for it? Or we just stay in our comfort zone and we go for something else. So it's all about choices, and we decided that it's worth to fight for it. And now here we are. It's still some kind of
Yeah.
path in front of us, but it's worth it. You just know that it's worth it and settle or something less or not, something that not right for you maybe. So it wasn't like I mean surprised. It happened,
Yeah.
and it happened, and I think we accept it. Okay, so if there is my person, and for some reason we met, because I believe things are happening in life somehow for a reason.
Yes.
We are going through relationships and situations, and then somehow life manages to put us together. So we have seen this like, okay, we should be supposed to be together, and not mention.
Of course, we'll try and do everything in our abilities to make sure that this thing works out. Now we're engaged and
We're working on
doing
this.
it.
It's a work. I'm not saying like
Work in progress.
yes, yes.
So we're trying our best to make sure that we are together one day. It'll be a long journey. It'll be a tough path, not simple. It'll not be a path of least resistance, but a lot of challenges involved for sure. But we are dedicated and we are like focused when we'll ensure that we'll go through this together and we'll make it.
Because life is never easy. Some people just
True.
expect life to be all this pink garden or happiness every day. It's not about this. You have to enjoy happiness when you get it, and there are bad days too. There are some bad situations too. We have to manage. We can't control everything, but when it's something that we can control and we can work on it or do something about it, then we should go for it.
Yes.
So we decided,
Even though it's tough,
yes,
go for it. You only live once.
yes, and life is short.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Yeah. Why to waste your life? Yeah. When you're just meant for each other. And another question I think is very important. I would like to ask what was the reaction of your family? This question is for both of you. Yeah. How did they react when you told them, yeah, that you are in a relationship with someone from a totally different culture? Did they accept it immediately? Especially, I'm interested to hear your experience, Shubham, because you probably know that that Indian parents can be very strict about it. Okay, some families are very welcoming as well. So, what was your experience when you told your family, and how fast did you tell them about Monica?
I told them like pretty quickly as soon as we got together as like in a relationship because I actually told you like we were friends in the beginning. We went from friends to best friends and then to a couple. Yes, and I don't think there was like a challenge from my family that pushed her away. They were more like welcoming, and my mom fell in love with her like right on the spot when she saw. The thing is, we are not meeting every now and then. We meet once or twice a year. So, the only conversation my family can have with her in person is when she comes here, unless, there is some special occasion or you're planning something. On the video calls, you can talk with someone, but, the one-to-one experience you can have is only going to happen when you'll be in person with someone. So they accepted her, and it's just not just my family, it's just all my relatives. Like we had engagement yesterday, and she was dancing there. I first of all I didn't knew like she dances so well, and she literally put everyone to shame there. And literally, I mean, I mean, of course, we'll share those videos on our channel on Namaste Soulmates, the way she was dancing and all this related to our function. But yes, everyone accepted her with full like arms wide open. They're in love with her. I didn't face any backlash from my family. And yes, you're right. Like Indian families, the parents are kind of strict, but I would say that now things are changing. It's a thought from I would say like the 90s or 2000s era, but now the perspective has shift. People are going abroad. They're marrying foreign counterpart, like foreign these better halves coming back. So acceptance has like grown up tremendously, and I think it's happening for the better. And yes, perspective has really shifted from the past couple of decades. So I personally, I never felt any kind of issues in my family about her related to her. It was all good. Everything was nice.
And I can just agree.
Yeah.
I felt they took me like her mom. Her mom calls me daughter since first moment. So it's just I feel like part of family. I really felt like this. And from my side, as I don't have too big family, just close family, there was absolutely no question about it. I have a very loving and supporting mom. She's here with me because she always comes here with me. And of course, there was our engagement, so she couldn't miss. And the only thing, my family only wants to see me happy. That all that matters, no matter who is by my side, from what country, just to see me happy and that man treats me well and loves me, respects me. So these are values we have. Mm-hmm. So there is
No, I think
no problem. We have this good luck, I
Yeah, I
can
would
say,
say this
because I see there are challenges, really challenges.
Yeah, because your point is, I mean, correct that Indian parents are kind of strict. They are. I will not deny that. But yeah, somehow we got lucky. I'll be
yeah, no,
very
that's
honest about it.
what I wanted to say. You were
At least
indeed
we
very
don't have to face this.
Yes.
We don't have to face this.
Otherwise, this will add like one more obstacle in our
Mhm.
journey. Like getting in touch with our parents and solving this and that. So this is something that was easy, smooth
Mm.
like a butter. That's
yeah.
how I would put it. And this is something that we don't have to think about and focus on other problems and other issues that
They support us. They
they
support
support
us.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
that's
very
and all
important.
this.
But you were mentioning, yeah, that it's not happening so much now. But I think the main concern of Indian parents, that's what I heard from other people, from other couples, even from the couples who got separated because parents were really against their union. Yeah, so I would say that the main concern about Western women that, okay, for them it's so easy to divorce. She will leave him one day, or when we have kids, she will take
Mm-hmm.
kids away. Yeah, so I think this is the main concern of
Yes.
many Indian parents because they think that, okay, in the West, people just divorce just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Of
they're
course,
not ready.
everyone has worries. Yes, everyone has worries, and parents just want best for their kids. So it's more like they not like they don't trust. They just have worries. But maybe when they see kids are really happy in this relationship. So, but it's of course it's question of how parents are and how they take it.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
from our side,
Yeah, it's like we like
yes.
we got lucky.
yeah, but of course, imagine if parents are really against, because I know a lot of sad stories myself when couple were in love, they were many years together. For example, guys were
Mm-hmm.
studying abroad, they fell in love with the girl, and then they went back to India and told the parents, and they say, no, sorry, we found already for you, you cannot
Oh.
just go. And I think not, maybe you won't agree with me, Shubham, I don't know if I'm right, or I got an impression that a lot of Indian men really depend on their family and they're not, let's say, strong enough to fight for their love. I don't know, I got this impression
No.
because yeah,
Please go ahead. Yes, then I'll answer.
yeah,
I
because
mean,
if you are in love with someone and your parents, okay, they just say, okay, no, you cannot be with this woman just because she is a foreigner. I think if it's a really a strong person, you can try to convince your parents at least to be with this person, or you can try to make them meet, I don't know, to introduce her. But many guys, they simply just accept, okay, we just want to keep our parents happy, we will just marry someone who they choose.
yeah, and then suffer what? Like, I mean, it depends on person to person, I would say. And yes, some people would be like, if their families are looking for girls or women for them to be married to, they might say that, okay, I will resort to this and just forget about the women I'm with currently if he or if she's a foreigner. But again, I think it's like it's subjective. It's I if you ask me, I have a very different perspective to this. But there can be a possibility that men might just move on with their whatever their parents have decided for them. But I think like, you have to fight for it. If you are with someone and you have to convince your parents somehow. If the
Yeah,
parents are like if they are adamant that you have to get married to who we have look for you, and this is the girl you have to get married to. I think you have to hold your ground and tell them that I look for a girl and I need to marry her, and you need to explain your side to them
But
in
some,
a calm, yes, in a calm and very composed way, instead of fighting with your parents. Otherwise it will create a mess. Explain them your point of view, why you want to marry that woman, because I think if you ask me why I want to marry her, I know exactly why. She brings peace in my life. She's so calm person. We don't even have to argue about anything. We understand each other so well. If there are issues, conflicts, we try and resolve it. Fighting will not help it. First of all, it's a very long distance relationship, and it will make things worse if we fight. We're meeting like once or twice a year, so I don't think that we have this luxury to fight. So you have to convince your parents in order to explain them your side and be with the person you want to be with. If you don't have to fight with anyone like your parents or anyone, just explain them. Because
yeah, no, I
eventually life
agree
is
with you
yours.
that it's very important, yeah, to explain. And I think in this case, if parents really against your relationship, for example, you should maybe bring your love, yeah, and introduce her to your parents, and it can change a lot. I think when they can see the person, when they can talk to her, maybe the impression would change. But I think a lot of guys, they don't even try to do it. That's the problem. They just accept that I want to keep my parents happy because they did a lot for us. They paid for our education. They sacrificed
Mhm,
our lives. Like that's what
mhm,
I heard from many Indian men talks
mhm.
like this. Yeah, that I couldn't go against my parents. Yeah, this is a typical, yeah, let's say how they
They
talk,
feel
how
like
they
they owe something to parents, and maybe they are worried that they will lose the support, because it's very challenging when you lose support of your parents in life, of your family, and then just go by your own. So, and I wanted to add to this that also at my place, I know people, they have this kind of issues. It's not like this traditional kinds of things, like
yeah
they find some like life for guys. So it's like more about when they, I think uh, from my place, there is for young people, I'm not saying like easier, but I notice they can also just easily walk out of thing of family, but they choose a partner, and if their parents don't accept, they maybe don't have that much problem, because families here are connected more than
yeah
I mean Western world,
yeah
or because you know what my point is.
yes
Which is
yeah, of course.
sad, but I think if parents really love their kids, eventually they should understand if it's good for them. So maybe this little, not fighting, but this, convincing them, and okay, meet, at least give it a try, meet my girlfriend or something like
You have
this.
to put in the effort. I mean, if you want to be with someone, you have to put in the effort. You have to convince them. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. Long distance relationship is not some joke or some kind of a plain summer love that it happens and then it goes away. If you really want to be with that person, you have to hold your ground. You have to convince them. Or you have to explain them that why you want to be with them. So yes, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard, but it's worth it. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, no, you know how parents can be, how Indian parents can be. If I would tell you that some parents, they even tell their kids, okay, we will commit suicide if you marry this woman. Yeah, the mothers, yeah, I will take poison, but you
Mm-hmm,
cannot marry a
mm-hmm,
foreigner. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
it's not only in Indian movies they show these things,
Yes,
but it
difficult
happens real.
situation, and then yes, they make them choose between parents and
Yes,
partners. So it's,
exactly.
yeah, it's sad.
Yeah,
It's sad.
that's really, I would say, I don't know how to say it.
Let's hope it will change.
But
Let's hope.
yeah, but I'm not like defending my nation or something, but I'm just telling you like some facts. India is a very huge country. It's not like some state, like her country, Slovakia, it's very small as compared in comparison with India.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, India is a huge country, and we have different culture, different traditions, different lot of states. We have a lot of states, and what I don't know. I mean, what all people you've been in touch with, or whoever like told you they would commit suicide or something like this. Maybe that came from a region where people are not that educated about how things are going on in the world. But majority of the people, the perspective, the mindset has shifted, and it's like people are doing great. It can be, it is a possibility, and I will not deny again that there can be situations where people like parents might say like I would commit suicide or do something like this, something worse. But yeah, but it's not going to be. I will not say that it's for the whole of India. Maybe somewhere we have some issues and that needs to be resolved or rectified. But mostly everything is going good, and I hope so. It gets much better than it actually is currently.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I'm very happy to hear that. Maybe I heard the stories mostly. I can talk mostly about Russian girls and who comes to Russia. I would say mostly guys from northern part of India. Let's say like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, mostly Rajasthan. That's what I saw. There are also a lot of South Indians, but South Indians at that time they didn't really marry so much with
Mhm.
foreigner women. Now I see it's more and more, much more couples. But at that time, I just saw, yeah, I heard about people from northern parts because you were mentioning, yeah, if the family is educated. I cannot say much about the families because I just know the stories, yeah. But maybe it has something to do from where the person is coming, yeah. He's because
Yes, it
India
has.
is really huge, and each state, I always say, is like a separate country. You cannot compare at all. It's like very different.
Yeah, it is. And from where I come from, Uttarakhand, like it's a hilly area, it's a hill state, and I've seen a lot of couples who are interracial couples like me and her.
Yes.
So I I've seen that has not been an issue here since. I mean, as of now, I hope so. There won't be any issue in future as well.
Yeah, no,
But
I think there are a lot of foreigners who are living in Rishikesh. I
yeah,
think
yes,
Dehradun, yeah, very,
that's what I'm telling you.
yeah,
It's not. When I took her to Rishikesh, it was like her own land there. There are foreigners there everywhere. In every restaurant you go in, on every road, you might see foreigners here and there. So, I mean, she felt like home. That put it other way. So, we here in Uttarakhand, we don't face any that kind of issue, like, like she would feel unsafe or something like this. You know what I mean,
That's
right?
true.
So, it's
yeah.
pretty foreigner friendly place, I would say, and it's good. Have you visited Rishikesh ever?
No, unfortunately not, because I come to India very shortly. It's like
Mm.
normally for 2 3 weeks, and our goal is just to visit the family. That's why it's I really want to discover more because actually Shimla is not so far. For example, places like this, at least to see Shimla, I don't know other places nearby, but I have seen only Delhi very shortly and Punjab. That's all. So I can't say much. I know there are a lot of foreigners, and I know it's very beautiful, of course, and I would love to go there. So hopefully one day, yes, I will
I
visit.
hope we go to Punjab one day
Yeah.
because I especially love Punjabi food.
Oh yes, this is my favorite. Not because of my husband.
But
It's just I just love Punjabi food. It's so tasty.
Wow.
Yes, but we will talk about food also. And Monica, I would like to ask you, what was your, let's say, first experience when you landed to India? How did you feel? Like, did you imagine India the way you saw it, or you just thought, okay, because in the on TV they portrays India like a very dirty place, like there are a lot of beggars, it's so horrible, so terrible, so you should be very careful, so
yeah,
girls don't go there. Yeah, so how did you feel when you just I want to talk about your first experience because
okay,
you already came a
yes.
few times, so how was it?
So this is a true what you said. People watch TV and then they being judgmental towards India. But I can say if you are not experiencing the place, don't judge because you can't even explain to other people when they ask how was in India. You have to try it, you have to live it once so you can understand. But for me, it wasn't that I would say that big cultural shock like for other people from West because as we were in touch for too long and we were literally sharing little details about our cultures and the way we live. And we were on video call every day. We literally observe each other, how we live daily and all this. So I learned a lot. And of course, it's a difference when you just hear and then once you see. But I can say, first time when I arrived, I was so in peace. We went for the first ride with car, and I just felt so happy. I was singing in the car. Nothing like okay, like what's going on, this traffic and all this, because he told me, and somehow I felt okay. So this is what he told me, and it's very different from what I know from my place. But I just felt so good, and of course, like experiences. It's when we talk about people, people are the same everywhere. This is what I learned. So I wouldn't say like people in India or in other country they are different. We can talk about differences in culture, in traditions, but I see people, they can be kind, good, nice, and they can be not that kind, It's on my place, in Europe, in US, everywhere. So this is how I see people. I don't see people, you are from India, so you like this judgmental way. But I know, unfortunately, some people have that mindset. So I would say I met nice people here, very nice people here. Also some not nice people, just like everywhere. So this is what I see, how I see this. But my experience was great. He made sure, of course, it would be different if I come alone here,
Of course.
because I am taking care well, and Shubham takes me only for nice places. We avoid places that might cause me some not good
Of course.
experiences. So, and this is also a thing what I would like to mention. It's about what place you choose to visit, because usually tourists are like, they come to India, they want to experience in 2 weeks or for 2 weeks everything, and mostly these crowded famous places. They go to Delhi, they go to Taj Mahal, they go to Agra. So and there are tourists, of course it can get very overwhelming, and then they eat street food because let's try. Of course, then they have issues, and they go home. They say, "Oh, this India, crowded, noisy, loud, and dirty." So this is not the way. India is a huge country, and you can choose other place to go visit, not this famous place. I mean, of course, everyone wants to go to these famous places, but in my opinion, it's better to go somewhere else. I see real India, for example, in the mountains. There are little villages, places, so peaceful places. Like, for example, this Kon village. Yes, we visited a few times in Himalayas, literally. And people are so nice. There are such difference between people in cities and mountain people who live in mountains. I was literally, like, in a good way, jealous to this peace. They live this humble, this calm, simple life. People are so nice. People are so nice. I felt like I will cry because I felt this peace, mountains, beautiful nature, silence. So for me, this is what India looks. This is how India looks like. Not only what we see in the TV, and of course, let's talk also about these huge differences. We can see places they can scare us, and also this classy luxuries and shopping centers, buildings, malls. So it's like everywhere. It's not only India. We can see this everywhere, but we have to learn before we go visit country like this how to. I'm not saying like how to behave, but what like behave the way to be careful, to not get scammed, or not be too naive, trust everyone, because in the end be like, come, I tell you, I show you. So of course we shouldn't avoid this, and it's just that we have to, before we come, we have to learn about this a little bit. Not only, okay, so I go and I just have this vacation there, because it's different culture, and people are not like different here, but they might behave different way. But I don't have any bad experience.
Yeah, exactly. I have a feeling that some foreigner women, they just look for problems themselves. They just walk around
Yes,
in the night
and
in Delhi in some
yeah, and they can't do
isolated
like they do
places.
home.
Yeah, and it's dangerous, of course, and then they're surprised why someone just took an
Exactly,
advantage, yeah, and did something bad to me, yeah. But I think, yeah, you should be really careful in India, and it's actually not in a culture that women are roaming around in the night alone. it's
exactly,
it's not it's not an Indian
exactly.
culture. Yeah, and I wanted to ask you how do you deal with the? I would imagine that you get extra attention in India. Yeah, how do you deal with that? Because honestly, I never experienced that someone come to me and ask, "Okay, can I take a picture with you? Can I touch you?" But I heard that many girls have this experience. But did you ever face something like this?
Of course, I faced it since I came here first time. But I mean, I didn't have any bad experiences that they would be touching me or something like this. But of course, like they ask for photos, nice ways, and people are staring. And I usually react the way I look back, I give them a huge smile, then they smile back, and we all are happy. For me, it's not annoying. I know they are like curious. Oh, they look at me, but it's just so nice. I mean, it doesn't bother me somehow. For
Yeah,
some people, it can be annoying.
initially it was bothering her. Like people were staring at her a lot, and I told her to be, just calm and stay focused on what you are doing here. Do like if you're going to a store, just buy your things and let's get out because people will stare. Of course, she's pretty. People are looking at her all around, and it's my job and duty to keep her safe, from people around. So I just tell her, just keep smiling. If they look at you, just smile at them. At one point, they'll smile back, and then let's move, because it's my job to ensure that I take her to the good, nice places so that she's treated well there, and not to take her to places where even I will not go myself.
Yeah, of course.
And this is
Yeah, but
the thing. Some tourists can go to places there where even local people don't go.
And then they expect that. Then they would say that India is like this, India is like that. I mean, what are you expecting? You to come in and then you eating like street food, and then you want to experience India in like 2 weeks, and then you draw a picture out of India that this is how it's there.
Yeah.
It's
Very
not
bad
practical. It's
picture.
not logical. You have to stay here. You have to travel places, talk to people, meet people, and of course you learn and you'll see how India actually is. Not in like a 2 or 3 weeks time.
You can't experience the whole India or
Yes,
the way
you
it is.
can't draw a
Yeah.
picture of India like in a week.
It's
So
unfair
it's very
towards
unfair.
people and towards country, because every country has some good sides, some bad sides. It's I mean, I can say when they asked me after I was first time here, like, is it safe? How was it in India? And I said, like, if I walk in my town night time alone, I might not feel safe just the same way. So it's about how I behave, how I do. You have to think about it, because I heard stories like women, they just went out crossing the streets alone, and of course they got bad experiences. So it's not like this. They
but
have to
somehow
know how
I
to
don't.
do, what to do.
Yeah, but somehow I think the worst experience I always have is in Delhi. I don't know. You said that people look at you like curious. Yeah, that's how I feel in Punjab. When I go to Punjab, I feel totally different because people, mostly women, look at me, not men, and they look like curious. You just feel, you don't feel bad about it. But when I enter Delhi, it's totally different experience. It's like like these hungry guys. I don't know. They will give you unpleasant look, and I don't know. I don't feel like smiling. Yeah, if I will start smiling, I think they will think something else, that I'm interested in them or something. That you probably understand
Yeah.
what I mean. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like difference when people look at you with curiosity and you feel
Mm-hmm.
nice. You
The
don't
way
mind
they
to
look.
smile. You
The
don't
way they
mind to
look.
talk to them. But
Yes, just avoid the eye contact. Yes, like you. And this was my like worst experience. When I was on my way back home last time, and in Delhi, because we had to stay there overnight, in for the early morning flight. Yes, I had the bad experience that people were staring at me very, very, not like you said, this uncomfortable way. And I really got anxious. I told him, just let's go away from here, because I really didn't feel good. But here at the place we are in Dehradun, it's a nice city, and all this area here, I feel just different way. But there in Delhi, I had this not that good experience. They were literally looking at me with this kind of
look like
you know.
Yes, yes,
you're right, like
yes,
hungry.
I know.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what I
yes,
mean.
yes.
Yeah,
Like I felt
because
unsafe.
yes, that's
Yes,
that's
it's
why
all.
when we arrive to Delhi, we try to escape Delhi as soon as possible. To be honest, I
Yes,
know there are nice places in Delhi to see. I would love to see them, but I don't feel comfortable how people look there, how they behave.
I
They
can
try to
really.
cheat you. They are very cunning. And
Yes.
this man roaming around just uselessly, just looking at all women. There are so many foreigners living in Delhi, but I'm surprised why you get so much attention. I
Mm-hmm,
honestly I
mm-hmm.
cannot understand that. But I don't know. I hear from everyone that Delhi is a special
Yes,
city and people don't feel
I
comfortable.
can agree.
Yes.
I
So I'm
agree.
sorry, guys, who are from Delhi, but yeah, this city, yeah, I know there are wonderful places to visit. Yes, I saw a little bit, but yeah, in general, when we arrive to the railway station, what type of people are roaming around there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
it's the same like on social media. Who is writing the most insulting comments? People who don't have anything else to do. They're just sitting online all day long. Yeah, looking at women. Yes, they're jealous. Okay, why this guy got this beautiful woman? Why can't I get?
Mm-hmm,
So let's insult
mm-hmm.
them. Let's write. We will also talk about it because
Yeah,
this is very important topic. Yeah, I'm sometimes, guys, I just feel like closing my account because I just
I
I
know.
just can't handle it anymore. It's like this behavior really
Mm-hmm.
make me sad.
Unfortunately.
Yes, but we will come back to this topic, and let's talk about something really nice. I would like to ask you, how was your engagement? First of all, I would like to
Mm-hmm.
congratulate you again. So, how
Thank
did
you
it go?
again.
Are you planning for a big Indian wedding, or do you want a small like ceremony in the future? So, please share a little bit your plans with us.
She'll answer this because she experienced Indian this engagement yesterday, and she felt like it's more like a wedding. So
Yes, yes, I can say because this is the difference between cultures. Um, this function, this whole ceremony was like weddings at my place usually. So I literally felt like we had a wedding, and for me, as I am a huge Indian culture lovers and all these traditions at some point. So I really enjoy the whole day wearing this dress, having this makeup, all the lenga, yes, jewelries, and then all these ceremonies, this function. For me, it was really something very special. I enjoyed. It was tiring, I have to say, the photography session and all this,
I
but
can
this is
imagine.
part.
they torture you, literally torture you.
I told him I wanna eat. I was so hungry, and they were just taking photos and videos. But okay, but it was really nice, and the way how uh, these people can celebrate and we were dancing. It was just so I got at some point I got so overwhelmed by emotions in a good way, and I felt really happy. I had no stress. We had no stress, no tension, like because it was a big day for us.
Yes.
But also because of Shubham's family, they just take me like their own, and I like a daughter. Yes, they call me. Uh, oh,
Betty?
I mean, I got these names like I could call no little one. So
You
he calls me yes, like
know,
mommy and all this, and I can call
like
moms and yes, aunties, sisters. So I was just so overwhelmed. Like my God, I got this big family because
like I'm sorry to cut you. Like my sister's daughter would call me mama.
Yes,
So
I know.
yeah,
Yes.
of
Yeah.
course, that's like so she was calling her mommy,
Mommy.
and she got so happy that she's a little girl.
yeah,
She was running here and there, and she was running after her, all around her, just calling mommy, mommy, and she was very happy about it.
so I enjoyed the whole thing, just the way it was, and also this religion part was interesting. And of course, I had no idea what's
She
going on
didn't
there.
understand anything for sure.
And but because I'm very very this is also my this kind of advice for people, so we can make our world to be better place, just to be respectful towards everything and everyone. We can do things like this, they can do things like this when it comes to cultures, religions, and all these things. Just let's be respectful. towards each other, and world would be the better place. So even if I don't understand, or I'm just being respectful, but I really liked it. For me, it was something so different and so nice, and I enjoyed the whole thing. And it was only engagement, and about the wedding, of course, we would like to have this big Indian wedding one day. But for now, because our this plan is just somehow to manage our lives so we can be together,
Yes.
and we have to go through some process and all this, so we can be together. So if it will be possible, as soon as it will be possible, we would like to get married at my place for the sake of this kind of formal things. And so Shubham can come, and afterwards, eventually, we want to make this big Indian wedding. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
even want to see the picture and how you were dancing. Yeah, Shubham said that you were dancing a
yeah,
lot. So we must
yeah.
see it.
yeah. Of course,
Yes.
she literally put people to shame there. I was surprised myself, like how is she dancing? How does she know how to dance like
And
this?
my dress was so heavy.
She was wearing this lehenga. You might know
Yes.
this lehenga. It's very heavy, and she
Yeah, it
was
is.
holding.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, she was wearing this for the
Not
entire
like
day almost.
permanent.
But she managed somehow.
Yeah.
It also gave me a sense of comfort that even though she doesn't understand anything, like the most part, she didn't understood like what the
Yeah.
priest was saying and what was
Yeah.
happening there. But she was calm. She maintained a composure. She was smiling. So in front of my family, I was also feeling like, okay, okay, if she doesn't understand, not a problem. But she is embracing all of this and she is being respectful. And this is something that really matters.
Yes.
Like this is
That's
how we can. This is how we can literally limit or we can reduce or mitigate the distances between things when it comes to yes, cultural differences and anything you can think of. Like if
Monica.
she would
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Yes. I'm listening.
if she would act different, that's fine. If she would act some other like a different way, then
Might be very
would have been
awkward.
like a little bit different.
Yes.
But we handled it well. I'm so happy about it, and it did. I mean, I didn't expect it the way it went yesterday in the morning. Even though she wasn't nervous, she is like the one who's like this boss. She knows what to do. She's smart, intelligent woman. And I was like a little bit nervous because I was taking care of like where the arrangement should be and everything because it's my place. She doesn't know about it. I was a little bit nervous, but she maintained that. She made sure like I'll be calm for the rest of the day, and things worked out. So we're really happy about it. Really
No,
worked
that's so
out.
nice to hear it.
Yeah.
Monica, I would like to ask you, is it easy to register a marriage in your country? Because I heard in many European countries it's almost impossible, or it takes a lot of like paperwork, yeah, a lot of bureaucracy. I think in Germany, for example, it's really difficult. That's what I heard, that people are going to Denmark or to Georgia or to Cyprus, where it's just easier to get married. I heard that in Georgia you only need your passport. That's all. So is it easier in Slovakia?
I have no idea. I will
No.
tell you one. I know this, and I just hope at my place it will not be that difficult. Let's hope. Let's hope. This is what we start solving now, and I'm ready for some kind of that. It's not gonna be easy. We are ready because we don't expect this to be so smooth. So let's hope
But
that.
really, I heard just recently that
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know.
no,
I heard two stories like after people got married and they had to wait for 1 year just to solving partner's visa. So we are ready. So no matter what, we will wait, manage.
We know it's
yes.
going to be difficult.
Yes,
Fine. I'm good.
No,
we are
but
not
what I heard
expecting.
just
Yes.
recently, it was actually an Indian girl. She was talking about it, that if you really don't want to wait, or if you want to avoid any troubles to get married, just go to Georgia. You literally need only your passport, and that's it.
Okay.
I heard a lot of couples got married in Georgia. I didn't know about that. I knew about
I,
Denmark, that it's
I heard. I read this. So let's see. Maybe if there will be no other option, then we will look for. I still.
I think still slightly Georgian.
Yes, I still say, okay, let's make some plan because I'm this planner. Let's make a plan. If one plan doesn't work, we change a plan, but we will try all the options we have, even if it's impossible.
We'll try.
Yeah,
Yes, we try. It's like one plane fails, and then no, we will try everything
yeah,
because we
because you
really
know,
want.
yeah, why to wait so long? Some countries they really try to stop
Mm.
foreigners to come. Like especially, I
But
was
in
shocked to hear
Europe,
about Germany.
yes, and in Schengen area, it's really, really like they even if they know like okay, someone wants to move in, so they are really like strict about
Yes,
this. There
yes, okay.
might be some yes, this police. There might be some this like about marriage. They might start to
Start
with
investigation.
yes, and
Yes,
so we are ready. We are ready. They can, no problem.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we
because
can
with
prove
Russia
it
it's
any
different.
which way.
Russia is not in Schengen, and it's very easy to get married there. That's why,
Yes,
yeah, and but yeah, they are checking, especially the women from Eastern Europe, from Russia. They check a lot when you arrive to Schengen country. The police will come and see if you're really
of
living together.
course,
You didn't
of
marry for
course.
papers or
Mhm.
something. Yeah, and it's really
I can
frustrating.
understand, of course, I can understand because it's happening,
Yes, a
but
lot.
it
Yeah,
makes so much struggle for people who really just want to be together. So let's see, let's hope. We
yeah,
have this hope. We are staying positive, and
Yes.
we somehow we live in present because life is short, and
True.
we enjoy the current this happiness right now in the moment we
yeah.
have.
That's true. Exactly.
But all at the same time, we plan for
Yes.
future. So this is how we
No,
take life.
I just hope that you don't face any problem. That Slovakia is much more
No,
welcoming and you don't face any.
let's
But okay, I know some cases, yeah, that people have to leave. They already lived in Slovakia and then something happened, yeah, without a reason, yeah, you have to go.
Mhm.
So anything is possible, but yeah, but if you need any information, yeah, about Georgia or something, I
Okay,
can check with
okay,
my
thank
friends.
you.
I
Good
think,
to know.
yeah, just to make you to be together as fast as possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's very frustrating that people who are already married they cannot be together.
Yes,
This is really
yes, yes. I
really
talked to
sad.
few couples, and they still in the process of waiting for visa. They
Yeah,
already been married in 2 years or, and then they're waiting for
exactly.
visa. So it
Yes.
can be very like
Challenging.
But you know
challenging.
what is
So
happening now in the
Frustrating.
US? I think they are just deporting people with green cards. Everyone they just want just I don't know.
yeah,
And I'm sure it
it's
would be very
crazy.
difficult for
It's
foreigners
crazy.
to move there, especially now with current government. It would be really
Oh,
yeah. So I really feel sorry for the couples. Yeah,
mhm.
just wish you a lot of strength who are in the same situation.
Thank you. You might
We
need.
wish them
Yeah.
ourselves and them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I would like to ask you, it's like a question for both of you because you are from a totally different cultures, religions, backgrounds. What challenges do you face due to culture difference? Because I think most of the challenges comes because we are from different cultures. Sometimes we don't understand. Sometimes it's normal in our culture, but it's not normal in your partner's culture. So, do you have any challenges so far?
Me, I would say I don't have as of now because I haven't been to a country.
You can just say based on what you experience with me.
Yeah, based on like experiences that I've been with her, what have I faced? Nothing like nothing something.
It's like a little details in daily life, little challenge. I wouldn't even call them like challenges. I do something that way, he does something that because here this is how they do, and sometimes we don't know, then we discuss it, and okay, we learn. This is all about learning, and then we just somehow make some compromise because we have to.
Yes, we have to meet the middle ground.
Yes,
We can't be like I'm right or she's right, or we have to make sure that things are balanced.
and also, which is very very important, also because of this cultural differences, we have to talk a lot, communicate, and share. Because there might be things that uh, some uncomfortable things for one, and if you don't say it, if you don't share, just keep it. With time, it can become very frustrating. So
And pile up.
yes, so this is very important. If, for example, or not being forced. for example, now I'm here and I wear local clothes and I do things like, based on their tradition. But I want, also I respect.
Yeah.
But it's not like, okay, he would force me now, you have to do this, you have to wear this. It's
It
important to
happens
talk
also.
about
Yes.
it so we can feel comfortable in the relationship. And I know it can be very challenging, and it's up from people, because some people are just they how to keep these traditions too strictly. Some people not that much. So it depends, and we are having that issues with this because, for example, we always discuss, okay, this is what will happen when we go somewhere on, or we have this engagement. So we just discuss, and he always tells me, you don't have to do this if you don't want. And he makes sure 10 times he asks, are you sure this is good for you? And I'm like, okay, like of course this is good for me, but if honesty is very very important, as sharing, because I can't imagine I would be doing something by force,
Yes.
and then like with time, because one day we will live together and I can't hide something, like for the rest of my life, that it's like I'm not comfortable with it. For us, it's very, very important, even, and discuss everything what is on our minds, because mainly because of these differences. It's very, very important to not keep, even if it might seem like some little not that important. If you feel that way, and if you have some thoughts, you have to share. So this is
Yeah.
also what I would advise to people in international relationships, to be honest,
Yeah.
to prevent these like next issues, struggles because of differences. Of course, discussing a nice way, not to blaming, not to being like a fighter because of your this thing.
Yes.
It's all about the way how we can manage this and how we can discuss,
But
just being honest.
I think that when one partner is trying to change another, it's already wrong, because then it won't work. Yeah, I know a lot of Indian guys, they marry foreigner girls and they try them to behave like Indian women. Then my question is, why did you marry a foreigner if you want your wife to behave
It's a
like
good point.
Indian? If
It's a
you are
good
not
point.
happy like what she's doing, or if you want her to wear only Indian clothes,
Yes,
you want her to get up at 5 o'clock to do puja. Okay, why to marry a foreigner if you are not
yes,
satisfied with her
yes.
behavior?
They could stay home and marry. Yes, it's a great point, Laura. Great point.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why I heard the stories as well, and of course they ended up there with
Mhm.
divorce. Yeah, so
In-
because the girls, they couldn't handle it anymore. Yeah, and it was too difficult. They are not used to it. Let's say to get up at 5 to do massage to the mother-in-law. So all these things, it's normal for Indian girls. For many Indian
yes,
girls, they're brought up like this. It's okay, yeah, to do all these things. But for some foreigner women,
mm,
it's not
yeah.
normal, or maybe they
no,
are not prepared for it. Maybe it was the fault of the husband. I would say that they didn't say, okay, you have to do this, and you cannot say no. Yeah, so
you
then of
cannot.
course,
But it
yeah,
can't work like this in long term. It can't, because
of
it's
course,
in some way it's not healthy. If we talk about relationship where, like, we all try to build a healthy, nice relationships that work. So this is we really have to communicate a lot and talking
yeah,
about our feelings. It's not shame. It's not because some people might be like, because of the ego, like, guys, like, okay, I will not talk about it, but we have to, because
yeah,
of this
of course,
difference. We have to, for example, just to mention a little situation, at my place, daytime we have lights on, off, lights off, because it's normal, we have this daily light from outside. But here, because of the environment, heat and the strong sun, every window is covered
yeah.
and lights are on. And I was always turning lights off and he on, and then he was asking me like, is this some kind of obsession? Like, light off. And then, but just, we turn everything into fun. This is what we do.
This is what we learn. This is how we learn.
Yes.
Yeah, so there are
And
some
then we,
little things,
yes,
yeah, which you have to
little
know because you
obsession.
don't
And
know
then I
about
told
it,
I,
of
I told
course.
him, no, no, this is how we do home, because we just have daytime. Of course, we turn lights off and we have this daily light. But here it's impossible, because, my God, it would be so hot, Although we have AC, fan, everything, and everything is
Yeah,
covered, we still have this hot heat in the room. So I understood why they do this way. These are just little details in everyday's life. But of course, when we meet this, it's a little challenge, and we have to explain to each other. And like Shubham said, we have to meet somewhere in the middle, like balance things. It's not like, okay, so we will do my way.
Yes.
No, we will.
This will not work.
It's not. No.
This kind of attitude will never work in any
No.
relationship.
Yeah.
No, we have
One has to put there, like, not like boundaries, but for a sake to be comfortable, still stay comfortable, and make some balance.
Yes, you have to understand.
This is what people have to learn.
Yes, compromises are very important.
Yes.
And I think especially in intercultural marriages, it's
Especially.
even more important.
Every relationship compromise is important. But both have to make compromise, not only one.
I would say that in most intercultural relation, one partner compromise more. For example, if a girl have to move to her husband, or if husband have to move somewhere else, so there is a big compromise. You are leaving your family behind. So for one partner, it's always more difficult. Of course, if you live, I don't like in third country, yeah, it's kind of equal. But if you live in one partner's country, yeah, if, for example, you move to India, you won't be able to see your family. Yeah, if Shubham moved to Slovakia, it's also the same. Yeah, so it's always a lot of compromise. Yeah. And another question I would like to ask you, I would imagine that you speak among each other in English, but are you learning each other's languages? Monica, can you understand a bit, at least a bit of Hindi, and you should have Slovakian?
Not really. I'm receiving some words, but not really. I haven't learned anything. I just can say I love you in
yeah, I mean,
and make it sound like this, like how
the video you wanted to
No, I learned before.
Yeah.
And something like how are you or something, but not really. So we just communicate in English. But actually, Shubham is learning Slovak, and he's doing great. He's doing great because my mom can't speak well English, and I wonder how they can understand each other. They can. My mom speaks to him Slovak. He speaks to her English. They understand each other. It's a very special way.
It's a very special form of communication. I mean, there are a lot of things that you can understand through body language and gestures, So when a mom communicates something in Slovak, I try and understand, try to make sense, like what is she trying to say at this point in time. Sometimes I understand, sometimes I don't, because she and her mom, they speak in Slovak, and I listen to them at all times. So it's like a radio, going on here, and I try and catch these frequently. So sometimes we are just, even if we are laying or sitting somewhere, I just speak some random Slovak words and they'll laugh, because they're coming out of nowhere. I just heard them somewhere while they were speaking, and I just say it out and they laugh. So they're like, I mean, why did you say it? I just said, I don't know. I just said it because I heard it, you saying it somewhere. So it's a good thing. Yes, I'm learning. I've started learning Slovak, not in a very modernly fashion, but yes.
But you are doing well, and he has a great pronunciation. Really.
Yeah, I mean, the way to speak Slovak.
I believe once he will live in Slovakia, he will learn very quickly because he's a great learner. I can't learn 4 sentences in Hindi.
Yeah, Slovak is, a difficult language.
It is difficult.
Yeah.
I would say that it's very similar. Some words are very similar to Russian, I would say, because when I was trying to listen to Czech language, Slovak, I could understand, but some words have totally different meaning. Like in Russian, we have something else, but in your language, it's something else, and you can have really funny situations. That's what I heard from my friends. Yeah, but it's not easy.
Yeah. Also, this can be a little. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Sometimes, sorry.
This also can be some kind of challenge, because if you communicate with your partner not in your native language, and you can't express yourself the way you would do in your native language, it can be challenging to make understand each other. So we really have to put this effort to make understand each other.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I say something and I don't mean it that way, so it's just this like language barrier, even if we talk English, but it's challenging, and we try to manage.
We try and understand. Sometimes, we don't fight, but if there is, suppose, like a conflict, an argument of some sort,
which is normal.
Which is normal in any relationship. There is no, this utopian land where there are perfect relationships. There are arguments everywhere. So suppose if there's an argument and she says something, because English is not her native language. Though even in her country, it's not something that they would learn at a very early age. I don't know about now, but since back those days, I don't think so. That was very common for you to learn English at a very young age, right? It wasn't. Was it?
Little bit, but not.
Yeah,
I didn't have it
like in
yet.
India, it's like
Yes,
pretty common
second
people
language.
speaking English here, and in schools like in where I come from, and in these states, English is something that is kind of a second nature when you start going to school in English medium schools. So yeah. So the point is like let's say there was an argument. If she's trying to say something, it might come across very differently, contrary to what she doesn't mean.
Mm-hmm. So I really have to make
We
sure.
really have to understand and ensure that it's not something that what she wants to say, and she really wants to interpret it in a very different way. So I need to keep my eyes and ears open, all my senses open, so that I don't misinterpret it.
So this is how we learn to communicate.
Yes.
To read each other's minds somehow. Yes, we had to.
We had to, like she feels down at time and understand. We don't have to communicate. I see. I just make sure that what she wants, what she does. This is very important. This is very important in a relationship, to understand each other to the
And
fullest.
a lot of misunderstandings happen because of language barrier. Yeah, of course. Because I think for most of the people we speak, all the couples, I would say, they speak English mainly, and for us it's not our mother tongue. And of course, sometimes I cannot even find the right word in English. I know how to say it in Russian, but and I try to
because
to think, okay, how to say it in a better way so that I don't hurt someone, or just it can happen also. Yes.
And when we are full of emotions, I'm not saying fighting mood, but you want to express yourself and you just can't it's like in English, but in your native. So it's challenging to find the right words.
Yeah, that's true. And for me, English is not enough to express my emotions because it's a very poor language. It's like in my language or in Indian languages, you can express your feelings like 10 times more. You can just say it in so many different ways. In English, even there is only I love you, that's all. You cannot express it like in so many ways. Like in Indian languages, you have at least five words for love. Yeah,
of
so
course,
you can,
of course.
you can
This
say
is challenge. This is challenge, and it will always be because we'll just have one native, and even if he will learn Slovak, he will not understand all these meanings, So, but the problem we always manage.
Yeah,
we create our own
language. We create our own language or something, so we can communicate on a personal level.
Yeah, I think there would be always a mix. Like when we speak languages, it's like always a mix: Russian, English, Hindi, Punjabi, everything together. So
to mix all language.
it's funny to hear.
Sometimes there's this cross connection as well. Like we speak a lot of languages now. Like she's trying to understand Hindi, and she speaks in Slovak. She speaks other languages as well, like Hungarian.
Yes.
And sometimes
very
she's talking.
difficult language.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I have Hungarian roots.
I have Hungarian roots from my mom's side, so and I live very close to Hungary border, so I'm from this area. So for me, it's like, but it's very difficult language.
Very difficult. I would say Finnish and Hungarian are the most.
And Hungarian are similar and very difficult to learn. But you've spoken like this since I was a kid, so
I'm prepared to learn Hungarian also to communicate even in more languages.
You'll mix everything.
Yes. No, but it's always nice, when you're in intercultural relations, you learn so many new things, languages, cuisine, cultures. It's like it's much more vibrant, much more interesting, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And life is just more beautiful.
Gives you a lot of perspective.
Yes.
Gives you a lot of perspective.
Makes you understand life different way. After I was here first time, it was very. I gained a lot when it comes to this point. View to life, and it just gives you something new to life.
Just see some comment, I think in Hungarian. Monika, maybe you can translate.
Well, let's tell hello. Yes, dog.
Because I cannot even pronounce it. what it is written there. I see again the question. Probably the person missed our conversation. If you know Hindi,
I know.
Yeah, of course.
I know.
I said greetings from Hungary.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah,
I
because we
know,
have
I
people
understood.
from different cultures. Yeah, so it's really nice. But Hungarian, yeah, for me it's because she said that she can speak Hungarian. Okay, yes, and okay, I would like to ask you, Monica, what can you say about Indians? What make them different to compare to others? I would be interested to hear about, especially Indian men. But of course, you can compare with Shubham. But if you compare him with with men from your country, what are the main let's say characteristic can you highlight, can you point? Yes, because Indians,
Okay.
according to me, they are very different. Yeah, they are more I don't know, my experience, I wrote a very big post about it, and a lot of Indian guys didn't like it. They started telling me, no, it's not like this, and many girls also, they said that no, my husband is not like that. But then I replied that my husband, I didn't write about my husband, I wrote about people
Fine.
whom I saw through my life. It's like through my
Yes,
experience. I don't want, my husband doesn't have even one point from what I wrote, but
yes.
people just took it personally that I'm just comparing, okay, my husband, or I just want to
Mhm.
say something. But what is your experience? Which qualities?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my answer exactly for this question is like nothing. Because when we talk again about people like Indian men, my place, it's all about people. My experience is only with my man,
Yes.
and I have just the best. I never had this experience at my place. He's the best man I have ever met, the best person. But you know, there are Indian men, they can be different, and I don't feel like I have right to talk about them how they are because I have no experience. So this is also like a point of view. People can be just like I said, they're nice and kind and not that. So it's like you say, some women said my husband is not like this. So we can't put Indians to one bag. They have some common this signs like they can be like this. It's all about a person, their personalities. And for myself, for my only experience for the rest of my life is the best. So I can be really, really, really happy. I didn't have this experience home at my place. So
Yeah.
this is my point of view. And of course, it can be very, very various experiences.
Yeah, but still, there are some, let's say, characteristics which are more common. For example, I don't know if it's because of Indian movies or some other influence. I would say that Indian men are more, let's say, sentimental, more romantic. I remember we were
That's true.
discussing, like, many girls were shocked that Indian men can cry in front of women. In West, it's like if man is crying, it's like that
Yeah, it's
he's weak.
like a
He's not
weakness.
really a man.
Can
How
be, can be.
cry?
I mean, yes, I can say like Shubham is emotional person, and I appreciate it because this is the greatest things when someone is sharing emotion and showing emotions.
Yeah.
So it's not like some guys are like, oh, being emotional. It's like you're showing weakness or something like this. It's a great thing because we can really show this deepest emotions to each other. So can be something on this. They can be more romantic and can be, but
Yeah. So yeah,
Bro, what is the
because
reason of the long hair?
yeah,
He wanted me to have long hair.
yes, he's a metalhead.
And
Metal music,
wow.
heavy.
if you want, you can listen to my music.
Yeah, he got the better hair than me.
Wow, yeah, yeah, your hair is very long. Yeah, it probably took a lot of time to grow
Yeah,
this one.
yes, there is one comment. Indian men have that feminine energy in their masculinity. This is also my experience. I can agree. And it's a great thing because he can understand me the way I mean, based on my experiences, other men couldn't, never. And it's very understand because women and men, we are very different. The way
Yes.
we think, work, very different. And if men tries to understand a woman the way how she feels, how she thinks, some men says, oh, it's like impossible. Of course, like it's difficult, but some men can be like Indian men have this deeper sense of
Yes.
understanding. So they can be Can
No,
be.
that's
Good
what I
point.
mean. That even when they're not ashamed to show, let's say, their feelings, like in the West, yeah, because Western men, they, yeah, I'm a man, I have to be strong. It's not good for
Yeah.
me to show my
Mhm.
emotions all the time. Yeah, I shouldn't cry in front of the woman. It's something
Mm-hmm.
really. She will think
Mm-hmm.
that I'm really weak. Yeah, but in India, it's not the case. It's like it's normal. Yeah, if man is in love, yeah, they can easily show their emotion, their tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not something shameful. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we
Yeah.
are humans, we all have emotions, and it's not good to hide them in front of your partner
I
who
mean,
you share life with
Yeah.
to hide
yeah,
emotions.
Awesome.
Like,
you have to be
That,
open to each other at every level,
mm-hmm.
emotional, mental,
yeah.
etc.
Yeah. No, that's important actually. I think, yeah, maybe for some people it's shocking in the beginning because especially for Western people they're not used to it. But I think if you know Indian culture, it's like it's pretty normal.
Yes, people are very, I mean, friendly, and they are approaching each other. They can talk. They are just like they, yeah. So this is this can be a difference from some places in Europe. People are more like,
Yeah.
like reserved.
They have their own.
Yes, yes, and here people are friendly. Everyone meets everyone.
Yes, I'm sorry, cutting you short. I mean, I like we were talking about cultural differences, and there is a very, I mean, very different thing I heard from her, that if you visit someone within your own family, you better call them first, or you have to at least sort of an appointment. Like
Yeah.
you call them like come in. It's not. It doesn't work like this. We just go. If I want to
No,
go visit my friend, I visit them. If I want to go visit my uncle, I just go visit them. Unless and until it's like some sort of emergency or something, I better call them first. But it's a very common thing. You're visiting your relatives, friends, just like without giving them a call and just saying them hi and greeting them. They feel good. They feel very like happy. They embrace it. But this is something that I like heard from her. Like you have to let them know first. Like you're visiting them. So
Because then when they don't like us now, we feel it. I mean,
yeah,
it can be rude. They just come like this, and we can have our own plans. And here it's like it's normal, you just go to neighborhoods or everywhere. So I mean, it depends from areas too, because life in cities is different. Like life in villages, also at my place, I would say some way people live in villages. At my place can be a little bit similar. Also, there are these traditions. Families are strict still, So also in my country, there is area, North Slovakia. It's called Orava, and the people there are very religious, and some families, they still they're choosing a partner for their kids, and they have to get married who they choose. So yes, so it's not like some people from my country would see, oh, in India there are these traditions. It's happening, I think, everywhere. Depends on the place, and how strong are traditions.
and earlier it was everywhere, I
Yeah.
guess. I would say in Russia it was the same. In old
Yes,
times, there were special people who were find partners and they will just match them. Yeah, so it's nothing, nothing new, nothing shocking. But
it's not
yeah, but
about country, like, because also here in big cities, Shubham said, people or young people can choose. It's not like they have to, it's very, very different. Depends from place.
yes, things are changing.
Things are changing.
Yep,
yeah,
for the
that's
better.
true. Yeah, in big cities it's totally different. But even in Europe, it's very different. Here,
Mhm. Of course,
I
like
have
in general, of course.
yes, here I heard that when you
Okay.
visit
I
someone,
think I just say
sometimes
hi to my friend.
even
Sorry, please
if you
repeat.
visit a friend, then you can get a special, like you can get a message on your phone that you have to pay for what you eat. For me, it was a shock, really. We don't have it in our culture. If we invite our friends, we will make a huge table with a lot of food, and to ask money for what you eat.
And
For me, it was
I'm sorry, where was it? I couldn't hear. Where was it?
yeah, it's in the Netherlands. It's a very common thing here.
Really?
So for me,
Oh,
I was really surprised because
It's
I have never
something.
been
it's new
like
for
I
me
never
too, because we are just the same that way. If someone is coming, after they ask if they can,
also,
then we make this
yeah, and
food and all this. We do
some
make this
people were saying
hospitality.
that sometimes they ask for 20 cents for 1 euro, and for me, well, like, come on, guys,
Really?
yeah,
Never
visit your
heard it before.
Oh, this is something new.
yeah.
See,
No, I
see
even shared the video
what a
about
difference.
it in the group. Probably you didn't see, but this is something what really shocked me. I'm sure not everyone is like this, but it's a very common thing here. Even local people talk about it openly that okay, it is like that. So there are things which, of course, and of course you cannot like Shubham said that like in India you can visit anytime. Here you need to make an appointment in advance. Yeah, that okay, we will meet each other in 1 month. Yeah, on this date. Yes. So of course, otherwise, even friends. Yeah, it's not
Yes,
possible.
yes.
That's why
But it also depends from areas because at my place, these villages, or this like rural
yes,
area, people live more like they can go to neighborhood or families live next to each other. So of course they don't call. It's more in cities, because people in cities live different
yes.
lives. They have this, their own this bubble. So I
Here
think it
also,
depends.
here there is a Bible Belt area where people, there is one city where people can't marry anyone outside of this city. So people marry only among each other inside the city. That kids cannot use internet. They should only read Bible. They are so strict. They have many kids in the families. And I can't believe that in this country, which is so like open, so like, if you hear about Netherlands, you can't believe that there are people like this also. Yeah, so it's
Someone
like
wouldn't believe it's happening in country like this, but see, this is like differences are everywhere. Yeah. So being judgmental toward one country, it's not fair because we can have these differences really everywhere.
yes, indeed. Yeah, even within one country, yes, you can see so many things.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, and we already talked a bit about Indian cuisine. Monica, you told that you like Indian food. Did you get a chance to try some Slovakian dishes? Monica, did you cook something for Shubham?
Not that much, but she makes a breakfast here, every now and then. And I like the way they make their food. It's very, I would say, like they usually eat bread and everything. Breakfast, we have a very different habit of eating, not bread actually. We do eat bread, but not all the time. We're fond of eating, paratha, roti, and this and that. So this is.
But you like my breakfast?
Yeah, I did.
This is the best way, and I know when he really means it because first time when I was here, I tried to make some like oatmeal porridge for him, and he tried to be so nice, and he said, "You like it?" And I was like, "It's not that sweet." Yes, and because he can't fool me. I said, "Okay, don't eat it." But now I'm making this my kind of breakfast, like omelette with some chicken ham and with bread, and he was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
wow!" So I always know.
we eat this too, like omelette bread. We eat it too as well.
But different way how I serve it.
The way they serve it, like putting ham there, like a slice of ham and everything,
Cheese and
everything. All together, present it in a very different way. And when you eat it, well, of course, you'll have a different taste to it. So I really liked it, and I can eat it like it's good. It's a nice breakfast to start.
Or we went to restaurant in mall.
Yes, and there are like a lot of great restaurants here in Dehradun, and we went to a couple of them. And yes, there was some Asian food there, and
so he tried some new food, like Asian food, like this.
Like
What is this?
Some something related to fish.
Raus.
Yes.
Tempura. Yes.
Tempura or something like this. So I ate it and I liked it too.
We really like to try new things.
No, that's very important because I know that Indians are very conservative regarding their food. Even if they visit like other countries, they will always look for Indian restaurant.
Yes, they will be loyal. And I wouldn't mind if he will cook for me Indian food for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind.
I can, she can, we both can cook for each other. No, it's fine.
Yeah, so we will share. We will have a
lot of diversity in kitchen.
And this, so we will eat everything. It will not
Monica, what is
be a
actually
problem.
traditional Slovakian
When it comes
food? What do you
cuisine?
normally eat? Yes, traditional food from Slovakia.
Slovak cuisine, there are some traditional dishes like this kind of chipkoty cheese dumplings. This is our like a national food, but some people don't see it like something that it doesn't look, like how I would say.
Presentable.
Yes, but it's more salty. salty, and we put this fried bacon on top of it.
Mhm.
So it's like a traditional Slovak food. I say I'm not into it. I don't like it that much because it's very heavy,
Okay.
and also our traditional foods are mostly this like heavy food,
Mhm.
from made from dough and potatoes and all this. Too much carbs altogether, but they can be delicious too. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Shubham, do you
he
eat?
will try when he will come.
You-
I'll make for because I can cook. I cook in a humble way, but I can cook.
Yeah, she cooks.
I cook well
She
because
she even makes like Indian dishes. I would say like she was making paneer paratha.
yes, but not that. Not
Paneer
that.
paratha. Madam.
That's
So she made it.
nice. But
Yeah,
do
she
you,
really
sorry, do you eat non-vegetarian food? You're not vegetarian.
to me.
Me, we
Yes.
both. You are
We
not.
know
No.
we're not
No,
vegetarian. We are
you're
like
not.
we're
Okay. No,
non-vegetarian.
that. Yeah, no, but what about you, Monica? What are your actually favorite dishes? Like what you could eat like all the time? Because Indian
Paneer
cuisine is
butter
so huge. Yeah. It,
paneer butter masala, but not spicy. With roti. And I start with paneer paratha with mango chutney, and I can eat it every day.
So yes, she can eat. She can literally eat it every. You know, she likes all this.
so you
She's like, and it,
prefer, let's say, North Indian cuisine
North,
because
yes,
in the south.
North Indian cuisine. Actually, because there is a restaurant at my place in Košice. Their name is
Oh
Punjab
wow.
restaurant, and because there are more Indian restaurants in my city, but this restaurant is the best I have ever been at. They cook based on my taste, and because like they cook the way it's not that spicy, of course, like so we
Yeah.
Europeans can eat it too, and if we can not handle that spicy food, so for me it's really like they make the best food for me, and I'm looking for something like this here, but food here is different,
of course, I mean, if she would eat the same dish in India, like what she eats in India,
Yes,
it would be totally different because they are catering Europeans and people who are living there.
but for
Yeah.
me it's
Yeah.
like addiction.
But she can't eat that
Yes,
same
yes.
dish.
I'm visiting this restaurant at least once or 2 weeks or twice. I have to
We
because
need to
I
come
mean,
there for sure.
nice people are there, and like the food is really really delicious
Yeah,
there.
no. The
So if anyone
Punjabi food
comes to
is very
Košice,
popular.
don't make sure to go to Punjab restaurant.
Yeah.
Authentic, they say authentic Indian food.
Authentic
Yeah,
Indian food.
I
Punjab
tell
is
my
fun.
husband he will surely come. If he hears Punjab, yeah.
You have to come. If you come to Košice, we will go there. I'll take you guys there.
Because here also there are a lot of Indian restaurants, and I like, honestly, I like some South Indian dishes like dosa,
Mhm.
I don't know,
Dosa,
some,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Correct.
And there are some nice places here, but if I could choose, yeah, of course, I would prefer something with paneer or I don't know, some aloo paratha or
Oh,
chole bhatura. I can eat
yes,
every day,
paneer,
but it's
yes.
not healthy. Yes, so this is something really nice. And what about Indian sweets? Do you like them? Are they too sweet for you? For me, they're too sweet. I
Sweet.
can't handle
They are
sweet.
yes, they are too sweet. They are too sweet.
Gulab.
I yes try this
Gulab.
gulab yesterday. First
Gulab.
time gulab jamun.
Gulab
This
jamun.
ball was
Yes.
very sweet. They are tasty, but I notice every this cake cookies are very sweet. Not like at my place. We don't make this. It's that sweet.
Yeah, it's like
Good
extremely
stuff.
sweet. I can't handle without. If I need some
Mm-hmm.
coffee at least,
But
just do it like this.
I used to drink chai lately here, like the Indian tea chai,
Yes.
and I like it a lot. Every place we
Yeah.
go, I ask for chai.
She's ordering chai wherever
I'm
we go.
chai, but chai masala,
Yeah.
chai masala. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's masala chai.
Yeah. But they also call it chai in Slovak language because in Russia it's also chai. We say chai. We
It's
don't.
chai. Yes, we
Yeah.
say chai in
Also
Slovak,
chai.
but
Yeah.
we serve chai like just water and tea. And
Yes.
this here is like milk and spices,
Yeah. Yeah.
something
We
yum yum.
just call any type of tea. Yeah. We say chai. Yeah. So
Any
it's
type
very
of tea.
similar.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we will
So
not have struggle when it comes to food and drinks and all these beverages. And
Even if we'll try and fix that. And
yes, yes.
we both know how to cook our own food, so we'll manage.
Yeah.
It's just advantage for us.
Do you like cooking, Shubham? Because I noticed that a lot of guys whom I talked with, they say that we love cooking and we are the one who are cooking at home. And I know
No,
that Indian men don't even step to the kitchen if they live in India. So I was very surprised. I say, wow,
no.
that's nice.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't love cooking. It's just that if I have to like cook to eat, of course I'll do it. But it's not like that. I'm very fond of cooking. It has never been in my DNA to like go to the kitchen, or I've never been that kind of a person who would be like this kitchen guy, cooking. And because I have a couple of friends who are great at cooking, but I'm not one of them. So yeah,
But you learned last
yeah,
year
I learned it.
because
No, of course I learned it, but it's not like something that I would love to do like cook. So it's not my this forte.
passion.
Yes, I
A lot
wouldn't.
of women love cooking. What to talk about men?
What? I'm sorry.
No, I said that there are some women who don't like cooking. Like some women
Yeah,
can spend
Oh
like the whole
yeah,
of
day in the
course.
of course
kitchen.
there are.
They just do it by force because they have to. I like cooking.
She
Kitchen is my place, and
doesn't. I'm sorry. She doesn't let anyone enter the kitchen if she's there. She just
my area,
pushes people out and get out.
because I have my this, I'm organized there, and I can make a few dishes within short time. So it's my thing.
You are
I
like
cooked since
you're
I was
like an
11.
Indian wife. They don't let men to come to the kitchen.
Yeah, of course.
Just
If I'm
Especially I don't let you go. I'm saying, don't go away, go away.
Yes, if I'm making something, it will take me like more time, and in that, I mean, that time you can make like 3 dishes.
We are
So
done.
I try and avoid to step in the kitchen, so I'm probably out.
For me, it's like I really like cooking. I like cooking and I like baking, and for me, it's a passion.
wow.
Yes, it's for
Just
not
perfect
for me.
wife.
But
We complete each other, not a problem. I cook.
puzzles.
Yes. And then when I see him how he eats and when he likes my food, oh, it's just so satisfying. So I'm really like, and I like cooking for people. I've been always this person in the family, like, oh, cook for us, cook for us. So I cook for all family, and then I packed food for them, and I enjoyed, and I was happy when they liked the food.
Cooking,
Yeah,
it's an art. It's an art.
of
You
course.
you can't force it.
Yeah.
You can learn it, of course, but you can't force it. And it's not my thing to do. I make sure that I don't.
Just make roti for me.
Yeah.
Fresh roti every day.
So you make our paratha every morning.
Oh,
Your
paratha.
problem, yeah.
I can make paratha, not
She
a
can
problem.
make it now, so
Just-
she doesn't need kitchen for paratha. It's fine.
Oh.
That's nice.
But
And
mostly I like homemade food. This is what I wanted to say. Restaurants is one thing, but since I was here first time, I experienced homemade food because Shubham's our mom, she cooked for us, and this is something very, very different from what people eat in restaurants. So if
course.
someone thinks, like in Europe, like, okay, this is what people in India eat. No, it's not like this. So it's such a light food, full of vegetable and this like veg food because Shubham's mama is vegetarian, and I liked it all, and it was so light for belly and so tasty, and so
Yeah,
for me,
in the
mom
restaurants
cooked
they
the
put
best.
so much oil, a lot of spices
Yes,
very often,
yes,
so it's hard to compare.
yes, it's different.
Absolutely.
It's different. And homemade food is just so, it's, okay, how can I explain? Simple and full of vegetable.
Of course, it's healthy.
Healthy,
The other
of
way.
Yes.
course, healthy.
Because
Not
many
with
people
a lot of.
they ask me, Indian food is so spicy. I say, come on, guys.
Mhm.
Many Indians don't even eat spicy food. Like
Yes,
they can't
yes,
handle spices. You just went to some restaurant, or they
it,
just did really
yeah,
dry, real
exactly,
food.
exactly.
Yes.
So
And
homemade food is some other level.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And in every family, like women cook it differently. I know in some families they eat very spicy, but
Mhm.
not everyone. Some
Not
families they
everyone.
just okay, they don't put so much spice. I also don't understand when your mouth is burning and you cannot even.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So what is the point? You don't even test it because you just test chilies and that's it.
yes,
No.
and you can't taste the rest of the food.
Yeah, that's
That's
true. Yeah. I would like to ask you because you mentioned, yeah, that you're already 4 years in a long distance relationship. It's a long time. So I would like to ask you, how often do you meet each other or try to meet? Yeah, and what would you recommend other couples? Because I know that it's very difficult to be away from each other, not to be able like to communicate, like, or sit next to each other, look at each other's eyes. Yeah, it's a totally different feelings. Yeah, so would you recommend to the couples who are also in the same situation how to make this separation, let's say, more easy, or the easiest as possible? Let's say it like this.
So I would answer, of course, it's never easy. And people who never experienced the long distance relationship, they have no idea, because this kind of relationship is very different. And of course, some people can be judgmental. Oh, just leave it. It's not worth. We know, we know what we have. We know what we are working on. And of course, there are some. I mean, also, I think communication is the key, because this is all we have. We have to communicate. We can't fight. Even if we have some problem, we can't fight, because it's not like you wake up next day and person is next to you, your partner. It's not like this. You are only have this like phone. You can just call and talk. So it's very important to sort everything. If there is some issue or some misunderstanding. So really, like, communicate a lot. This is my advice for everyone in long distance. Be loyal, be honest, share things, share your feelings, because this is also very important. And how to manage? Well, although the long distance relationship is about waiting, because we literally wait to be together, don't forget to live your life and somehow be present, because life is short and you can just wait for future. So just try and cherish some moments when you are happy, and we still can manage. We go to restaurants. He goes here alone. I go at my place alone. We video call and we are making such dates. I go out for a walk. We are on the phone. Of course, it's very different, but we still can manage. I cook. He's next to me on the phone. I work. He's just, looking at me. He's just there. We just have this video call on, although we don't talk, because I work from home, and it's just this thing, like, we are there close to each other. We feel this presence. So there are always things we can manage to feel this presence, because I say one thing, you can be with someone who is next to you, and you can feel still lonely, alone, like
That's
you
true.
are not heard, understood. Like, this person can be next to you physically, but not be with you. And then there can be someone 6,000 miles away, and you really feel like this person is with you. So this is the difference. I mean, this is a thing, it's, of course, this physical presence is very important and it matters. But what we are gaining in this relationship, this is something, we know each other better than maybe some people who lived, I don't know, years together, and years together, because we talk and we share, and this is the thing, we observe each other. He knows how I feel. I can't fool him that I'm fine. It doesn't work, because he's literally observing me just like I observe him, and based on face expression, we know how we feel. And these are such important things in the relationship, very, very important things to really try to understand your partner, both sides. It goes both sides. So for long distance, this is important, to try to make it present somehow, even if it's not physical presence, but being present. And meantime, living life, not to fall into some like this, like some agony, like of waiting and waiting.
Like, I've been waiting for you for so long. And
Yes,
of course, we will meet. I'm sorry, eventually we will meet.
Yes.
At the same time, you shouldn't forget that you have a life of your own to live. You can't just be in.
And keep your partner, it shouldn't be like this. Okay, so just be home, don't go anywhere.
Why
This
did you
loyalty
call
and
me?
trust.
Why did you come 10 minutes later? Yeah, some people can be like this. Some men
Yes.
or women can be very possessive. It's
Yes.
also not right.
Jealousy has no space in such relationship, because there is no chance to survive it then. No chance. The trust has to be 1,000,000%. It has to be.
we've all experienced this, in our previous relationships. I believe, like I did, where like women, sometimes they were like more this over possessive and stuff. So we all learned from them. We learned our faults and we made sure that we won't repeat them again. So this is what makes a relationship better. You learn from your previous mistakes and you ensure that you don't repeat them
Yeah,
again. And
of course.
yeah, so this really helps us. So it's always good to be open with your partner and be loyal, trustworthy, helpful, supportive, and of course respect.
Yeah, no, I really like what you say. Yeah, that you can be with someone but still feel lonely. Yeah, I think nowadays a lot of couples face this. Yes, that you are married but you are not really happy in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're together but you're just busy with your
Yes,
things. Yeah, and what I
yes.
see now, the couples are sitting together. The guy is looking
On
at
the
the
phone,
phone,
and they don't
woman
even
is
pay
looking
attention to
at
each
the
other.
phone. I wonder what is this actually. We don't
Mm-hmm.
need to communicate anymore. It's just only social media, only phones, only this. Because earlier when we didn't have it, we were so happy. We were always for each other.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk. We could really express our feelings. Now I don't see it. I
It's
just see
sad.
that everyone is busy with the phones. That's it.
It's sad
That's
because
that.
this is what kids learn then from parents, and it's very sad for upcoming generations. So,
Yeah, it's
as I said,
everywhere.
we communicate. We have to communicate and talk and share everything we have on our minds.
Slovakia, we could live in India. No, I don't. I don't live in Slovakia. She lives in
So you
Slovakia.
going?
No,
Yes,
Yes, of
but
course
I
I
will
yes.
ask you this.
Eventually, he will come. This is our plan. We want to
Yeah, because
settle.
some people I
It's the
see
man.
they're asking questions which I'm
2024.
I'm going to ask anyway. Yeah, because or
Mm-hmm.
some question they missed, yeah, and they ask again and again. Yeah, no, but that's really true. It's really cute. I see often like the couples who are in long distance relationship. They even when they fall asleep, they still keep the phone on
Yes,
and they can see each other.
yes.
It's so sweet.
Yeah,
It's so nice,
yeah, of
really.
course. Like, for some
Oh,
people, it might look like creepy, but it's not.
no,
It's
No,
a
no,
it's
no, no.
not.
it's a way to
It's
show our love. Yeah.
yes,
I'm falling asleep and phone is
Yeah.
there.
For someone to be like,
Yes.
my God, what is he doing? Or
Not,
what is she doing?
yes. After some time, when I fall asleep, he just hangs up. So it's a normal thing for us. And
yes, yeah,
it's also like this sign, like I can fall asleep so easily when he's on the phone there. And we have like our this like habits.
Yeah.
He's meditating me through phone. Like I put you on sleep. So this is the thing, I can experience such peace and feeling so safe, although he's so far. So there is some connection.
yes.
Maybe it's hard to explain, but we feel it.
Yes, yes, of course, yes, and it's really amazing. Yeah, and I can understand how difficult it is. Yeah, just even I was away from my husband after marriage for 1.5 months, and it was like I don't know, it was so difficult. We were so desperate, yeah, that I couldn't join immediately. But to be away
Mm-hmm.
from each other most of the time, yeah, you are just you're really heroes. I think all intercultural couples who are experience long distance relationships, yeah, it's very difficult. So I really
Yeah.
wish everyone to be
We have to be
together forever. And
patient and strong and really have the strength to fight
yeah,
for what
not
we
for
want.
everyone, for
It's,
sure. It's not for everyone.
no, it's not for everyone. Because yes, that's why it's better to talk about future, because long distance relationship, it has no meaning if people don't plan future. Then why they are staying in such relationship? So it's important to talk about future planning, this upcoming meeting, so we have something to look forward, and because this is something that keeps us on this some kind of positive mood. We are counting days and all this. So this is important to plan future and talk about it.
Yes, of course, of course. And one question I would like to ask both of you. First, I would ask Monica because I always ask all the girls and guys because yeah, what is happening now in social media, especially
Yeah,
Indian guys. They are very desperate to find foreigner women. So we will
True.
talk about it. But
That's
first, I
true.
will ask Monica, what would you recommend to the girls who are in relationship with Indian men? How to behave? How to prevent any misunderstanding in the future, how to understand actually if man is serious or not, what are the main red flags which would really show you, okay, be away from this guy, he's not serious. Or is it important according to you to meet the guy's family before you decide, okay, to be together, or it's not so important? What do you think? What would you suggest?
So I mean, it's more maybe like it's relationship topic, and of course, I know what you're talking about, what's going on, like bank and cool women and all this, but you know, women they shouldn't be naive, and they shouldn't really pay attention when it comes to the social media, and because one can say all the sweet words and all this, and then there are these signs, you know, and like you say, there are red flags. So women really should be careful, you know, if they mean it or not, and there are lots of things they can notice, you know, if he's replying or he doesn't show up for a few days or something like this. And when it comes to if how to, you know, introduce to them, yes, and there are things women can know when he's really serious about relationship. But nowadays women should be careful, you know, should be careful, because of course, like, yes, some men, they try to look for this woman from abroad, so
We see in our own
yeah,
these DMs, you know.
yes,
I
yes,
see them, I filter out the names and everything. So I feel like a lot of guys are so desperate. So what can, like, we can fully avoid it, you know, and you know, we can just spread awareness and ensure that girls or guys, for that matter, don't fall into these sort of traps. Because
But
I see,
Shubham, do you think that interculture, let's say, relationship are for everyone? Because I believe that a lot of Indian guys, they don't even understand. When I ask
Mhm.
them, why are you looking for a foreigner woman? Like, what is the reason? And what I hear, okay, because they're beautiful, they're kind, they're loyal. I say, have you ever met any woman like from abroad? How can you say that? No, I have never met, but I heard, yeah. But for me it is, you know, it's like a joke, like
yeah,
he heard somewhere that foreigner women are very
Mhm.
loyal, very nice, and that's it. They don't have any experience, they don't have any
Yes,
connection, they
yes,
have never been abroad, so how can you talk like this? So that's why I think it's not for everyone. Some guys,
yes.
I haven't them. It's better for you, it's better to have an Indian wife, really. Don't look for someone
They don't
from
even know what
outside.
they want, what they are looking for,
yes, they should know first, like what they want, you know,
because like,
before jumping into any relationship.
and this mindset, oh, I just want someone from
From
abroad.
abroad, yes.
It's like, first of all, they should want like person with some values. I want a loving woman. I want a woman who has the same values like me, and not like I want woman from abroad or
Yes.
from home. But you know, because he can get woman from abroad, but she doesn't have to be kind, you know, or
Of
something. So it's really,
course. And you
they
know,
have
when
this
they write to
picture
me,
of, yes,
please find me someone from America, or please find me
fine,
someone
yes,
from Germany. I ask, are you looking for a country or for a person? Really, honestly. But
yes,
it's like it's so funny for me because I cannot understand how you can look. Okay, I can understand maybe they want to move to these countries, that's why they're looking. But then you
mm-hmm,
might think, okay, maybe the guy is actually only after papers. It's also it happens.
mm-hmm,
I get
mm-hmm.
messages sometimes. Honestly, I get messages. Can you find me someone just for fake marriage? Yeah, just for papers. I want to move. Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's very true. I'm sorry to say this, but this is true.
Yes,
Everyone
yeah,
is looking for an opportunity to, you know, move for a better life, for a better future, to get to do better in, you know, in his own, you know, in his own life. So people are trying to, you know, look for shortcuts or do some kind of skeptical things to, you know, gain advantage. This is very, very sad, and this is true. That's the worst part. And this is true that people are really doing it.
yeah,
What can we do about it? You know, we can just try and
be careful on social media, and really like behaving on social media the way that, you know, you don't fall into any issues, because let's be honest, women can fall for a man easily, you know, and
yes,
then
true.
things are going that direction. So
Yeah.
that's true.
So, but
there are many cases.
how
Yes.
to understand actually if the guy is simply using you for papers, or he's not really in love with you. But I think there should be some, I don't know, way of
I
being.
don't
We would know.
wish we would know, because some, it depends. Like some women are really, I don't want to use this word like naive, but they,
Yes.
I wouldn't say like I disagree with her on this, but I would say like some women, I would say that they're not respected or treated the way they should be. And for every human, I would say, not just women, they want to be heard, they want to be respected, cared, loved. And if someone is doing it, if it's from or she's from another country, it might fall for them, to figure out or to draw lines or to, make a judgment like if this person is good or bad. You can't really figure it out. This is something that, I mean, I wish I would knew, or I wish I would have some sense to understand how this would work. Like if this person would cheat me, or if I would cheat her, or I'm using her for my advantage. But this is something that, this can happen, will happen, might not happen. You never know. But yes, like we've discussed, like throughout this call, that we have to be very careful, be
Hmm.
prepared, take precautions, better than cure, and be alert, you know,
Yeah.
in making
But
decisions and choices.
I would like to ask you, how can you explain? Because especially now, I see a lot of, let's say, really hate from Indians and social media. I think all couples experience it. You probably also experience it. It's like I never saw earlier that I don't know what it is, jealousy, or instead of being happy for a couple, they will just mock the guy or the woman, or they will say very hurtful things. They will write comments in Hindi, in hope that I will not understand and I will leave it. No, I'm the type of person who keeps an eye on everything, but I just wonder from where this heat comes, like, especially now. I say
And
that earlier, I never saw it like this. Like, okay, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have like all the social media earlier, but still, it wasn't like this. But now, what I see now, it's like they're openly writing, okay, how she could choose this monkey? Yeah, why not me? Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, but
yes,
but how can you insult people like so easily? Like, I don't
they have
understand.
no limit when it comes to,
yes, and
what they
this is
write.
this is so awful. Sorry, this is so awful that I have to say and admit, because since our reels and videos are getting a lot of attention lately, and
Yeah.
yeah, we've been getting a lot of comments and these metrics like likes and everything, shares. I see a lot of comments, and it really surprises me that not a lot of white people are there in the comment section, and even if they are there, they're using some very stereotypical comments. But I see most of my own people, Indian men,
Yes,
are
exactly.
commenting about myself there, and I really want to understand like what's wrong there, like because I'm from your land, you know,
Yes.
like if you have some issues, like what are they, and why are you having issues with everything that's going on? And why are you ranting about this on my feed? Like about me. Is this something I really want to understand? Like, what's wrong with our own people here?
Yes.
I don't need someone
That's my
from
question.
other. Yes, I don't understand this. I'm sorry. If I would understand, I would tell you. But I have no idea. Like, why are they commenting like this on our own, on my feed, on our
Yes,
this
no,
channel, our
instead
account?
of being happy for you, okay, he
Yeah,
found his love,
exactly.
okay, write something nice, okay, you are, okay, I see some nice comments, you are a beautiful couple, I'm so happy for you. Okay, they don't know you, but at least they could show something nice. Why to just spread this hit that how
I,
she could
I think
choose
it's
him, how she
frustration.
could choose, she is fat or he is fat, he is monkey. I'm sorry, but it's like, it's really something.
Yes, I've seen a lot of comments for me, and it really surprised me. I was really shocked to see this, and then I always like I have this habit, just to see, because we're all humans. We check that who said what, and I am very surprised, and because I'm very eager to see like who said it, and 99.9% of the times it's always someone from my own land, and it really breaks my heart. Like, wow, why would you say something this to me? Like, what have I done to you? You
Yeah,
know, you should be
exactly.
happy for me. If not happy, then don't say anything. Just
Yes,
leave that
exactly.
comment
If you
section.
don't like the couple, just pass by. Why actually to write
But
something insulting, hurtful?
you literally spoiling that feed. You literally, you know, you're putting their comments which would aggravate things, and if someone would come there, he might like that comment as well, and then that would start a thread, and there'll be more comments about hate and racism and everything. But this is very weird. Like my own people are doing this to me, so I have no answers. I'm so
Yes, and
sorry.
especially,
Wish I would know, Laura.
I was shocked to hear this racist comments from Indians regarding the skin color. It's like if I post someone, the guy looks like I don't know, like he's so dark. He looks like a labor. He's like how
They are
she
not
chose him. It's like,
Indian or
I'm
Pakistani.
shocked that Indians care about skin color so much that they will just offend the person just based on his skin color. That's really now I see these comments, yeah, that this is not Indians who are writing. I'm 100% sure that it's not true. I don't believe that only Pakistanis writing comments like this. I can see, I talk to some of these guys. I actually, sometimes it's too much, what they're doing. They see women who are like commenting, and they start writing under each comment the same message. Can I be with you? Are you single? We can be a couple. Like the same to every woman. And then I just, it just bugs me so much. I just openly write them like not like directly, but I just write to them. I say, okay, maybe you will stop spamming. You're just writing. You don't think you will find a woman like this? You will write to all girls, everyone will see it, and you will think you will find a serious relationship like this. And then they start insult me, actually, that who are you? How dare you are to write us, to stop us? We are looking for woman. And I say, sorry, but first of all, this account is not a dating page. I try to explain it everywhere, like, because many Indians, they really think that it's a dating page. They can come and they can just write to anyone, like they write to married couples also. They write to married women. They just bug everyone so much. I just wonder, don't they understand that they're really showing themselves as, I don't know, as fools or whatever? What do they think? They will find a serious relationship by writing to every woman? Or I'm sorry, but it's like, this is something what really bugs me a lot. I write everywhere. I think it bugs all couples probably. I'm sure you also went through a similar experience. That's why I'm talking about it. I write everywhere. This account is not for for seeing. Okay, you can follow me, of course, but be respectful. I'm posting couples here. How they can write to a married woman or someone who's engaged or in love, like, okay, be with me, I love you. I'm sorry, but this is like, you show. I'm getting messages like this sometimes. Yeah, I love you. Yes.
Will you marry me to our
common like having this engagement, and we're putting posts, and there are like, like this is beyond me. Sorry.
I mean,
I don't understand all this.
It's hard. It's hard. They maybe have too much
Like,
this free
there's
time.
some people are saying that these are mostly fake accounts. Can possibly, but like majority of the comments, they can't be like all fake accounts.
No, it's not fake. No, some fake. Yeah, you see, the most hateful
Fake, of
comments
course.
come from accounts without avatar, without name, without anything. Yeah, that's what I know. This, yeah, but a lot of I see Indian names. I don't think that just everyone will just create Indian name, yeah, especially. And why I feel bad about it, because there are nice Indian guys, serious guys who live abroad, who wants to marry someone outside of India, and because of this, no one trusts them, because this type of guys, they spoil reputation for the whole nation. Let's say, yeah, not everyone is the same. They try to tell me, okay, you want to say that all Indians are bad? I say, no, not, of course, there are wonderful people, but because of this behavior, girls don't trust Indians.
People don't trust. Yes,
that's true. Sad. That's sad.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk about it, because I think you also face the same. Yeah, you also face these things. Like, for me, it's not showing respect to the women. Like, if someone writes to you, will you marry me? And they see that you are already with someone. If someone writes to me, I love you.
You live in the comment section. Because of the cheap internet. That's such a nice thing. Yes, this is true. We have the cheapest internet.
So everyone has access,
yes,
the best internet.
That's what
like
everyone told me. That
that's the reason, okay.
Is the best.
Everyone has internet here. And, if you have internet, we already have Instagram there and Facebook and everything. You can go there and comment anything you want.
But I haven't heard from some Indian guys, we prefer to have account on TikTok because it's banned in India.
No, it's not. We can't use TikTok. It's
yes.
banned.
No, that's why they prefer to post on TikTok because Indians cannot access it. So it's for
Okay.
it's for
Okay. Oh my
that's
God,
the
this is
reason.
so
Yeah, many I
Oh,
heard it from many couples. Yeah, the reason why they prefer to use TikTok and not Instagram, because on Instagram there are
mm.
too many Indians, and
my God.
everyone face this problem. And as you said,
Oh,
yeah, I remember one foreigner woman was telling, "Oh, the best internet I ever saw is in India, not in Germany, because even in jungle it will work. But in Germany, if I go
yeah.
to the village, it's not working well." So
Oh,
yeah, it's cheap. It's very cheap. Everyone can use
Thank
it. So of
very fast.
course, yeah, that's one of the reason. Yeah, but we should stay strong, I think, and ignore all these people. Yeah, I
this,
don't know how to
this
stop
is
it.
the thing I say. We shouldn't react. I always tell him, just don't react. Don't react because these people, I don't know what the intentions are and why they are doing it. I believe they have, because I always say, it's not about us. It's about them. They have some personal issues, maybe some frustration in life, and I'm not here to solve their lives, and they just want to throw something on me. I'm not gonna pay attention to them, and they are like literally attention seekers with this kind of hate comments or
Exactly.
something bit to say. So I wouldn't pay attention to these comments. I would just move because they want to be heard, but not that way. So
Actually, there are nice people.
I know it's sometimes it's hard to just ignore because we have emotions, and if they write something very ugly, of course we feel like to react. But
Yeah.
uh, as I have social media for a long time, I have this my like musical account, and I have like more followers there, and I experienced in the beginning some comments there and everything, and I learned by myself like to ignore. It took me some time, but if you are on social media and you are building some community, you have to learn to ignore and to not pay attention because it would ruin your mental health at some point.
Exactly.
I always say it doesn't show anything about me. It's their problem. And at some point, I feel sorry for them, for their lives, because this is what they have to do. It's very sad.
Yes.
And, I put my time somewhere else to my effort, not to dealing with people like this.
Yeah,
Because
and
if
I
you
always say,
reply,
yeah,
they know, oh, it's good. Okay, they will do it again because they literally want you to reply and make some conversation. So I really wonder if some people start to replying and discussing, you will not change it with of course we would like to change and try to, we are wondering like, why are you doing this? It's not worth. I mean, it's
yeah.
sad,
No,
but what can we do?
some people still have some shame. They will say, okay, sorry, I didn't know that. I
some
thought it's a dating
some
page.
minority,
Yeah,
yes, some,
but
yes, but
mostly it's like they start even they start threatening me. Okay, if you don't stop, I just want to write. I will block your page. I will just make this. I say, okay,
that's
come
why
on.
it's not worth to even start any discussion with them. Ignoring.
That's the best
Yeah,
we can do, right?
Block, hide,
What can we do? We can't
remove.
fight
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
it's
You
not,
know
because
how
we
many
want a nice
people?
community, safe place for
Yeah,
people, not this.
I
And
block
it's
so
part
many
of
people
social media.
every day. Every single day I have to block people because I'm shocked to see so much hate, I couldn't imagine that people can be so, I don't know, so jealous. And
Yeah,
they're not
people have
crazy.
always been like this. And it's a sad thing, but this is what I say. People are the same everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world, there are good people and bad people.
But
Unfortunately, this is like
How this world works.
how this world works, and it's not about like some people judge based on religion, nation, ethnicity. No, it's not the truth. You can find good people and bad people everywhere, in every country, in every religion. This is a thing, know so we should look for good people and just create a community with good people, and
yes,
if they want to live in this hole of hate and negative, let them be their choice. They waste their lives for this kind of things. Okay.
no,
Yeah, we're trying to build
in
great
my case,
community.
with my page, I feel bad when someone approach me and ask, "Can you please remove my story because I'm getting too many Indians and they like my husband doesn't like it." So for me it's sad, yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
posting the stories and then some Indian guys start writing to the woman. They see that she's married, that she has like I don't know, husband, kids. Some women have kids already, but still they write, they insult, and what have I do? I feel bad about people whom I'm posting, and I try to change it, but I cannot just jump higher than
No, we cannot.
We can't.
And we are not here for changing other people. It's not our job, you know.
No.
We have to take care of our own lives and deal with
Yeah.
nice people.
Yeah.
You know, you have to surround yourself with nice people, and of course, sometimes it's struggle to cleaning this
No,
space
I
every
just
day.
want, I just want to protect you guys from all this negative stuff because some people say don't remove negative comments. It will bring you it will make your account more popular. I say no.
No.
I'm sorry,
No. We have,
but I will
It
not keep this stuff,
no
and I
no
don't.
no.
I can imagine how the couple would feel if they see someone write something so bad. Even I feel bad.
Growing by this price, it's not worth.
Yeah.
You know.
So for me, yeah, it's really. Yeah, I see a lot of all the couples. Yeah, I see this. I see now a Syrian girl, Azar. Yes, she also because they write comments in Arabic, and I don't understand Arabic. So I try to translate with, of course, Google Translator. But can you imagine just to filter all these comments? I just to have to check Google Translator. What did they write?
Yeah.
Some people write nice, some people write horrible, but they always
Yeah.
write in a foreigner language. In Hindi I understand immediately. That's good. But in Arabic, of course, not. I don't know all languages to be able to understand what they mean. Yeah, but I try to protect everyone. So it's very
Yeah,
important for me.
this is a good choice you made. This is a good choice because
Yes, and last
you will create a community.
yeah.
yes,
Already.
no, that's
Yes,
my
I
goal.
need
Yes.
to do this.
That's
Yes,
why I
and
really
great.
want to make
It's a great
nice,
community,
positive, yes,
and
community.
we are happy to be part of it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, and I'm very happy, yes, to have followers like this, only positive comments and followers, couples who became my friends. They really keep me going. I had a lot of moments in my life like I wanted, okay, I will stop now. That's too much. Yeah, I don't want it anymore. I don't want to spend my time. I don't want to spend. But when I receive nice comments or something, when I talk to someone who became my friend, I feel okay, it's worth it because I met
Yeah,
so many wonderful friends in the end. So the rest,
and it's always
yeah,
majority. It's always majority. We have to remember
yes,
these hateful comments. It's not like they are always there, but we have to be focused that majority of people are nice.
Yes.
This is what
yes,
matters. This is what matters.
that's true, of
Listen
course. And the last question I want to ask you, yes, because I saw someone also ask this question. I would like to ask you, where do you see your future? Shubham, would you like to move and would you prefer to live in Slovakia, or Monica, would you like to live in India? Where would you like to stay? I'm not talking about like 20 years, like let's say nearest
Yeah.
future after you get married and
Yeah.
everything. Where would you like to start your life? Let's say in
Okay.
India or in Slovakia or maybe somewhere else?
So, okay, I'll start first. See, first of all, I need to make some things very clear that people might have impression. Not might. People usually have impression that now he's with her and he'll go out, be there and this and that. See,
Yeah.
I'm in India. I am great. Okay, I work for a very big US firm. I'm earning great money here. So it's not about moving out of this country and just because I'll have some few opportunities. This is a very difficult path. First of all, like we have to be together. We have to solve a lot of things, and then eventually I'll go out because I can see myself there in her country working with some things, working maybe in the same things, maybe in the same field that I'm currently working in. But for her, it'll be a little bit difficult to come to India. Not a little bit, like a lot. It'll be
It would be very challenging.
very
I'll be
challenging.
honest, I love the place, but for me it would be very challenging to move here and to live here.
Yes.
So of course it's like it was since the beginning very obvious decision that he will come to me and
we
we
will
start
plan
like
something.
that.
And of course, we all are smart, not just us, like everyone here who's here and even
Yeah.
everyone in the world. We can plan out things, we can do, work around with a lot of business opportunities and everything. So I think it'll be better for me to go out and, start like there with her.
And we want to travel a lot.
Yes, and this is like a very important thing. Like we would like to travel,
Visit people, places, and create memories.
Yes,
Yeah.
really. This is very important.
And we can come back to India anytime. I can imagine because when I see these Indian mountains and these peaceful places, I told him like I have this picture about future. We would work 10, 11 months a year, and then 1 month we would just, when it's winter in Europe, I don't like cold,
Yes.
we would move to India somewhere to mountain. We would rent some house there and we would just stay there offline just to live
Yes.
in present and off world, you know. So I can imagine. I can imagine. Yes, yes.
I mean, of course, I'll go.
But
So
Shubham,
this is this.
would it be easy for you to continue your work if you move to Slovakia? Can you? Because I
Yes,
imagine it's
yes,
not easy just to change everything.
the way I said, like, I'm doing a very different thing here for a company and learn a lot from that business. And maybe we do something in future there in Slovakia, you know, and then incorporate all my learnings from what I'm doing currently into something that we will be opening, you know, like we will establish something there and work on that.
We already have plans, you know,
Yeah,
what we do, because
and everything is like we're trying to make sure that everything goes to that direction. Like started with the account itself. So hope things will turn out good for us in the future, and let's pray for the best, hope for the best.
Yes, of course. And I wish you all the best, that all your dreams come true the way you really want it. And of course, the first thing I would like to wish you, just to be together without any separation. Just, so that I can meet you anytime together, and Monica don't have to say bye-bye and go back to your country alone. I just want to see
you're welcome there with your husband anytime. Just let me know.
Yes. So
you both will be my guest, and I hope we all meet one day soon.
Yeah, no, I would love to meet both of you, yes, in Slovakia or in India. It doesn't matter, where.
Where?
Yes,
Or
because
when we
the world is
travel,
so
we come to Italy.
Sorry?
Yeah, I said that world is so little, so we can meet anywhere. Because if you love traveling, I can't live without traveling, so it can be in any place. And of course, in India, I would love to visit mountains, because this area is really amazing, and I really love nature. For me, nature is a healer. If I feel bad, I always go to nature, walk for hours just to look at the greenery, and it just gives me a lot of peace. That's why I really love nature. I don't like big cities. I'm from a huge town. I'm from Moscow. It's a huge megapolis. It's like, but now I'm not used to it anymore. I love peaceful, and I want to spend actually my life in a small place, like where people are not in a hurry, like just enjoying life, the way it is. So because life is short, as you said, so why to waste it? Like
we have to live in the present moment, and just if there is some happiness, we should take it. If there is some struggle, we have to wait. It will pass eventually. So this is how it will.
Yes, I agree. I would like to thank you that you joined me today. It was really nice. I really enjoyed. So
nice, we enjoyed, and thank you for inviting us.
It was all pleasure.
I expected that we will attract a lot of people to our live session, and of course some questions.
For everyone who joined.
Yes,
thank you for being
guys,
with us.
everyone who's joined in and
greetings,
been a part of this. Thank you so much for this, Laura, for hosting us, and it's really been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I also would like to thank everyone, and I'm sorry if I missed some questions. So you can always note them down under our interview. I will save it so everyone can watch, because I know some people ask me, why do I organize it during the working day? Because we are working, we cannot join. I say, I'm sorry, but I can't do it on weekends because I'm always kind of busy with some other things. But I always save everything. Everyone can watch, and of course I will upload on YouTube channel. It's maybe easier for people to watch. You can always reach Monika or Shubham. I would invite everyone to nice people only, not with bad comments or bad intentions. I would like to invite other couples to join this wonderful couple, to follow them, to see their journey, like their struggles, because it's not easy to be in an intercultural long distance relationship, especially. So everyone is welcome. I just see, I don't know who is this. Who is this person from Slovakia? Monica, I don't know. I see some comment that I want to add.
Someone from Slovakia.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, I also don't know, because maybe you have some followers from Slovakia. So I just thought. So thanks a lot for your time, for being with me today, for joining me today. Yeah, and I hope it's not our last interview. I would love to organize
No, never.
something else.
It
We
was
can
the
talk
starting
about
Yes,
some
beginning.
particular topic, yeah, because it takes a lot of time to talk about
of
everything.
course.
So I really appreciate your time. So because you're also busy
We
and you're also living.
appreciate yours
Yes,
too.
appreciate yours too.
Thank you very much. Let's keep in
Thank you so
touch.
much.
So I wish you all the best, and I really wish you to meet again very, very soon.
Thank you
Very
so
Thank
much,
shortly. I hope it
Laura.
will come true.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Greetings to Netherlands.
Yes.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Greetings to everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful weekend.
No, it's
you.
Monday. Monday.
It's just started. Today's Monday.
Yes,
Okay,
we
okay.
just started the week.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a great time. And of course, I
Bye
wish you
bye.
a safe journey back home.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And I
Thank
hope
you.
it's your last journey home alone. Okay? Let's
Oh,
let's
I
pray.
wish. I wish.
Let's pray
You hope
for
so.
that
We
together.
work on this.
You
Okay.
hope.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye
Bye, Laura.
bye.
Bye
See
bye.
you. Bye.
See you.
Bye.